Good evening. Welcome to Snohomish Veterans Memorial Stadium, Glacier Peak in Jackson High School. Scott Ohsman alongside Tim Boyle, Ron the Wedge Henthorn. Boy, we got everybody. Tim, how you doing tonight?
I'm great. The band is back in town here.
It is.
Got Replay Rob in the booth.
I was just going to say thank you, Replay Rob on stats. Todd Elvig, the five-tool player, spinning the dials as usual. Boy, it's always fun, and I tweeted earlier kind of that game last year, Jackson, Glacier Peak. This is just a barn burner now, both in the 4A Wesco for the second year in a row. Jackson coming in 1-1. We'll talk about they missed a game, Eisenhower, Yakima during the fires. GP 2-1. I mean, where do you just want to begin here, Tim Boyle?
I'm still recovering from last year's game, to be honest with you. That game was one of the best games we've ever done, probably. GP down by 10 points with, 3 or 4 minutes left in the game.
5 minutes left.
5 minutes left in the game. Yeah, and GP ends up coming back, scoring 2 touchdowns, and I think they got a safety, too, at the end. But that game was – actually, the last 2 games have been just crazy games because about the time before that was like 2013 they played, and GP was down like 27-3 or something at halftime and ended up coming back and winning. And that was these have been just shootouts. So hold on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen. This could be this game could be 40-30. It could be.
Don't give away your predictions.
Oh, I'm not. I haven't done that yet.
So Glacier Peak leads the series, another one with their rival Snohomish. Some think this is even a bigger rival. This is the 4th time they've played, and we talked to head coach Joel Vincent of the Jackson Timberwolves. It's not really hard to motivate the Timberwolves, not only with the rivalry, but also they've been beaten by Glacier Peak all 3 times, and it's been one of those games you should have won type things.
It's one of those where it lingers with you, and it lingers even more because we've talked about this. This is probably more of a rivalry than Snohomish is. You know, they're closer, they're in the same league. It's just everybody knows each other. They all intermingle together, so a loss stings for a while.
The big stars will go over Glacier Peak. Aiden Ziomas, he is just tearing it up on the season. A 54 for 80 completion, 794 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. But the big story, and Joel Vincent, the head coach, talked about it, is his rushing yards. 46 carries through the year, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Well,
how do you stop Ziomas if you're Jackson?
Well, it's going to be difficult. They're going to have to plan around it, but Aiden Ziomas is actually the leading rusher on the team too. So he's so mobile that he just causes that many problems for him, and they basically said they have to work their defense around somehow trying to contain Aiden Ziomas.
And with that, let's lead in. What are the keys for Jackson to pull off their first win ever against Glacier Peak?
Well, I think the Jackson needs to slow down GP. You know, I don't think it's going to I think it's going to go back and forth pretty quick, and it's going to be up tempo. But it's in Jackson's best interest to just try to slow the game down a little. I think let's keep Aiden Ziomas contained somehow. They're going to have to get the ball to Daniel Arias, and we didn't even talk about that.
Not yet.
Last
number
year.
7. Last year you were number 6. Number 7, 6'4", 200 pounds. You go down on the field, and you're like, wow, that guy's a serious D1 athlete. In fact, he's going to the University of Colorado.
Yeah, he is on a scholarship, and when we saw him last year on the field before we even knew who he was, we looked at him and we were like, oh, my, this guy's going to be a problem. And he was.
And he was 4 touchdowns worth of a problem.
Yeah.
And on defense, he had a TD saving tackle with bye-bye bunt.
He did. He was, the only guy that could have caught him at the end. But, they will need to have some type of answer for him tonight.
The next key for Jackson.
Well, I think what they need to do is they got to get Navarro in the game a lot, too, and I think they will because they have been. But they need to get him in the game, and then that'll open up Daniel Arias as well. So the more they throw to Navarro, the more it's going to set Daniel Arias up.
Navarro, number 24, the senior, 6'1", 220. He's just a baller. Last week he rushed he was 2 carries, 4 yards, but 1 touchdown. And then reception-wise, he caught 7 balls for 113 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, along with Arias' 2 touchdowns in the win over Mount Vernon, 40-20.
And speaking of him, he's going to be, if you remember last year, Arias was kind of the big star on offense, but Navarro was the big star on defense. He was kind of everywhere. If I remember right, he went out for a quarter or something in that game last year, and then he came back, and he just had a huge impact.
Yes, there's a play where they both on defense,
Yes.
I think, they knocked into each other. They were both on the ground for quite some time, and then they both ended up coming back.
Correct.
It was dramatic.
Well, especially for Jackson when he's like doing everything on defense and he gets hurt. So I think you'll see Navarro everywhere on defense.
Let's now flip to, as you see, Jackson Timberwolves in the visiting home jerseys. Glacier Peak waiting for them there. Jackson won the coin toss and deferred, and they'll take the ball in the second half. But let's turn our tables over to Glacier Peak. Last week they won 40-27 over the Cascade Bruins. A big coming out party for your sleeper, Tim Boyle, number 24, Evan Manis.
The sleeper's awake.
What'd you give him?
What I give? Oh, we can't disclose that. But yes, he had a huge game, kind of what we've been expecting out of him and talking about, and I look for him to have another big game tonight. 9
balls, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the 1380 KRKO player of the game last week, Evan Manis.
Yes.
So then you have that. Obviously, we talked about Ziomas, but what are the keys for the game for GP to pull this one off one more time?
Well, I think the two obvious keys are they have to find somehow to stop that Colorado recruit, Daniel Arias, and Jonathan Navarro. They're going to have to somehow stop those guys. I think they're going to have constant pressure on Ben Ohsman. Last week he was 365 yards and 4 TDs. I think the key is to get constant pressure on him so he can't air it out all night to, Arias and Navarro. And then I think a shootout favors GP a little bit. I just think they have a little bit more tools than Jackson does. But we'll see. I could be way off on that. But I think if Glacier Peak gets in a shootout, it favors them.
And you spent some time with Mike Rudd, the defensive coordinator for Glacier Peak. The Rudd report, what was his thoughts on how to stop the potent offense of the Jackson Timberwolves as we watch getting ready here for the color guard? Real quick.
Well, he didn't want to disclose too many things. He wanted to kind of keep that to himself. But they're making some adjustments to try to stop Arias, and they feel like they have the secondary.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Me too, or just
back here live from Veterans Memorial Stadium, STSPN. Welcome back in the booth. You see the color guard going. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, along with Replay Rob. We got a packed booth one more time here. Jackson Timberwolves and Glacier Peak. We talk about the quarterbacks, both juniors, Glacier Peak, Aiden Ziomas. the leading rusher. Ben Olson, the junior, number 5, also the leading rusher so far in 2 games for the Timberwolves, Tim Boyle.
Yeah, and he had a huge game last week, and we didn't see him last year. He was supposed to be the starter last year, but he got hurt, so that favored Glacier Peak a little bit. We saw, I think, Perry White, I think, was their quarterback last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
You see the kids getting ready, and that's one thing. It's fun to watch the student sections because they come out in droves. This is a big game for them. The stand's starting to fill up a little bit here. A perfect fall football weather, just a gorgeous day, maybe low 60s, Tim, out there.
Yes, it's perfect football weather.
Everything is ready. We have Ron the Wedge Henthorn down there. Ron, can you hear us? Ron, we're not sure if Ron's there or not. It's always a mystery with the Wedge. There we go. We got you a little bit.
A little bit louder. I'm there.
There you go.
I'm down here in a sea of blue Grizzlies, getting all excited about playing this football game tonight. So we're looking for a big battle down here and a big battle up in the booth with you guys. So let's see what happens. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, Nick Bender, the second-year head coach and also offensive coordinator for Glacier Peak. Head coach for Timberwolves, Joel Vincent, long time, 20 years there or so. Interesting fun fact here, Tim Boyle. He's in the booth next to us. This is his second year as a head coach, which we were talking before. I don't think I've ever heard of a head coach doing a game from the press box.
This is the first time I've seen it, and it seems to work well for him. And he said he could see the field a lot better and see all the plays develop, and I can see why he wants to do it.
They're getting ready here for the kickoff. Jackson again winning the coin toss. They defer, and they're kicking number 4, Flip Braz, the 5'10 senior, and back to receive for Glacier Peak.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Is David Castro, who's had a huge season. We'll talk about him, and also Bo Burns. He takes it, but he stepped in.
Stepped out or stepped into the end zone, and they don't let you run it back.
So that's where Glacier Peak will start again off that win last week over the Cascade Bruins. The offense, both offenses had 500-plus yards in their games last week, so it'll see what defense can hold who, right?
That's why we're thinking it's going to be a shootout tonight.
You got to get to your predictions because I actually made one.
Oh, okay, here we go. So I have down GP 38-26. Ron has GP 34-24. What do you got?
I said, 47-38.
47-38.
Here's the first play. And it's a handoff, and it's Collins.
Boy, and the defensive line just seizes up on him.
Maybe a gain of 1. That looks like what they will have. Jim Broughton, our referee. We do have him mic'd up. We'll see if that works tonight.
We didn't think we're going to see a huge battle of the whole trenches all night long, but you never know.
Number 1, Aiden Ziomas, the junior quarterback for Glacier Peak. Back to pass. Now looking for an open receiver. He's got one. It's caught.
Number
at
20.
The 40.
Is that Bo Burns?
That is Tyson Holt.
Tyson Holt. Great play by Aiden Ziomas to scramble around a little bit. He kind of backed out of the pocket and stepped up and hit Tyson Holt on about a
21-yard pass
22.
play, first down. First and 10 now from their own 42-yard line. Collins gets a hand up, and in there is big 24, Jonathan Navarro.
And like I said, we're going to see him all night long, and kind of reminiscent of last year, just jumps right into the play, reads that really well. That's going to be a couple-yard loss there.
See where they put it.
They put it on the 43.
Yeah, they don't post a lot of defensive stats and tackle for loss a lot of times, but Navarro, we saw last year, he's just a monster. What a great athlete.
A 30, so it was a 5-yard loss. Ouch.
2nd and 15. Ziomas Collins to his right. Rolls to his right, chasing. He gets the pass complete to Castro, but Castro made a couple moves. He'll get maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Not quite. I think he got about a 3-yard gain on that.
Ron the Wedge Henthorn, want to go to you. See any beginning game jitters here? These two teams have been playing a while, but looks like they're trying to feel each other out a little bit. Ron's a little faint. We're going to work on his mic. 3rd and 12. Ball on the 40. Usually shotgun, trips to the left. And Ziomas right up the gut, and the Jackson defense is right on it. And he will be short of a first down, Tim.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 4th, and it looks like about 5 or 6. About 6 maybe. And he's staying on the field right now, Scott, so they think this is 4-down territory.
Head coach Nick Bender, the offensive coordinator.
Now, a lot of times in high school, you'll see him actually make a punt from there. But I think they're set up to run a play here.
Ziomas waits. Now he looks over. Everybody's got everything on
now
there.
They call the timeout.
They call the timeout. Nick Bender wants to.
Now they may now you might see him punt the ball.
Well, the 5-tool player has left the building, so we don't know how to do 2 commercials.
You got to become a 2-tool player now.
That's
asking a lot.
That's beyond dangerous. We have a couple other big games going on. We have Bellevue Archbishop Murphy.
I've got an update.
Let's just do it.
The Rob Nichols update. 51-yard run. Bellevue up 7-0 on Archbishop Murphy. Archbishop Murphy hasn't lost in a long time.
And let's talk about the predictions maybe. Steve Willits, our good friend, doing the KRKO game, Mariner and Kamiak tonight. But he predicted Archbishop Murphy winning that game, along with others, as you stated.
Yep, along with others. I actually had it going the other way. But nothing would surprise me in that game. Bellevue's not the Bellevue they were the 20 times Glacier Peak has faced them. Okay, we're back here live.
4th and 6. Timeout, shotgun, first series here in the first quarter. Jackson showing blitz.
I think he's going to punt it.
And he does punt it.
Oh, he gets a good bounce.
GP roll.
Oh.
It's popped, dropped, and fumbled.
I think GP got recovered. I want to see what they say. It looked like it may have gone out of bounds, but GP, of course, is saying they have it.
Brendan Nershi had the ball. He was the receiver, punt receiver.
Oh.
He had it. He lost it.
And that was that was actually Daniel Arias up back there, wasn't it? Number 7?
But number 2 caught it.
Okay.
Originally.
Where's Todd to give us the replay?
That's an excellent question. I see him actually down there next to our cameraman Jesse chatting up somebody. Doing a little PR work right now.
He's talking to the security down there.
This is the first time for Jackson. 1st and 10 from their own 17. And Ohsman, and there looks like, I thought there might have been another fumble, but.
Negative.
And number 22, Walsh, Nick Walsh.
Let's see what they give him.
The junior with the carry.
4 yards right up the middle. I tend to think Jackson will be airing it out more than they will be throwing it tonight, but time will tell. All the 5-tool players back.
Decided to come back. Here's Ben looking. Now he's got Anchor Graves. He releases it to Arias.
Oh.
And it's dropped.
Good defense back there. Look, little bit of they kind of let him play a little bit on that one.
Heston Pettis.
And Heston's going to have his hands full tonight. He said they made a couple switches, and I think they switched Heston Pettis to safety, I believe is what defensive coordinator Rudd said.
Or we like to call him Charlton Heston Pettis.
Yes.
3rd and 5 from their own 22. Glacier Peak punting in their first series. Takes the snap. He looks and trying to go over to Pellegrino. That's incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, and they will definitely be punting from back there from their own 22-yard line. Here's another look at it. Kind of the ball's off the mark a little bit.
So, big offensive
opening
powerhouses.
drive jitters.
Yeah, offensive powerhouses. We haven't seen anything.
I don't think they punted much the whole last game, and we're going to see 2 punts right in a row.
2 possessions, 2 punts. The punter for Jackson is number 32.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
That one.
That was Castro, I believe.
Castro had issues.
He was
Pellegrino
had the
there,
wherewithal
right there.
to get his own fumble there.
Good field position for Glacier Peak.
Right on the stripe.
I love the mid-stripe. So teams just feeling each other out. As we
I don't
come
think
out,
you're seeing the score 0-0. I don't think it's going to be that way for long.
my prediction's not looking good right now. But we got a long ways to go.
Oh, there's a lot of time left.
Ziomas, 2 interceptions on the year so far. Back to pass. Plenty of time.
Oh.
It's tipped at the line of scrimmage.
He had, is that number 31? Is that Burns?
That's Collins.
Collins. He had 31 wide open, but it got broken up at the line.
Big number 90, Dante Guadagnoli, got a paw on it, knocked it down. 2nd and 10 for GP. Aiden. Isaac Collins, he's going to go back to pass again. He finds, this time he meets up with Castro, but well defended there, Tim.
Yeah, good D, good throw, good catch, but just nowhere to go for him.
Fisher, 29, you'll see closes in on David Castro.
Lost a couple after the catch there.
Props out to the 5-tool player with a little graphic in and out of the replay. That's another new addition here.
Castro having a good year.
Brings up 3rd and 7. David Castro, one of his favorite targets. Evan Manis with the big game last week. Here's Ziomas. Now he's going deep. He's got Bo Burns, catches it at the 10 inside to the 5.
Wow, and Aiden Ziomas scrambles a little bit, rolls out to his left, and just throws a dime there.
42-yard pass reception to
stride.
Burns.
To boot. All the way down to the 9-yard line. Man, that kid can throw the ball.
1st and 10 now. 1st and goal, excuse me, at the 9-yard line. Burns, 12 catches, 209 yards, 4 touchdowns. Ziomas going to Bo Burns one more time to make it 5, incomplete.
Just a little over his head. Kind of overthrew him a little bit. He was wide open.
He had the inside there.
Here it is again. Oh, didn't quite catch it.
0-0, 7:37 left to go in the first quarter. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, we're on the wedge. Henthorn with you. Glacier Peak punted on their first series. So did Jackson, the second series. Big 42-yard bomb to Bo Burns. Ziomas over the middle. Caught Burns one more time. TD number 5. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
That was a replay rob for Glacier Peak. It was the same, almost the same exact play.
Here you see it.
This time was right on the money for Burns, so that was a good makeup throw for Aiden Ziomas there. And his stats by the end of the year are going to be like Madden stats.
He threw for over 2,000 yards last year.
And that's hard to do in high school.
And here is Corwin on Braden Corwin, the sophomore kicker.
Not to be confused with Branson.
No, tough
fumbled.
snap, great hold.
Whoa, who was on the hold? The snap got bobbled and he stuck that thing right back down.
That's Evan Christie who did it last year. That was a great job by them. It's up and it is good.
You can do that. You can get a job in the NFL.
7:33 left. Seahawks might need one. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be
Seahawks
back after
need a lot
this.
of stuff.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Back here, Glacier Peak with a 6-play, 50-yard drive capped off by none other than Bo Burns. Boy, the competition, who is going to have the most TDs? The first game, we thought it was Castro. Now Manis gets in the fold last week, and
he
now
got
Bo
3,
Burns.
and Burns has got, how many does that give him on the year?
That gives him 5 now.
Yeah, he's probably the leader in the clubhouse right now.
Probably is.
Well, that's what, number 11 throwing for Aiden Ziomas?
That's correct.
To go along with about 3 rushing, I think.
All trying to get the Seaver Southern touchdown.
Oh, we'll get him in the booth and he'll tell us about it.
Corwin kicks it off. Back deep is Arias,
but
he kicks it.
Oh, that's going to be a flag. So that's going to go out to the 35-yard line. So decent field position for Jackson to start.
Still one target for Daniel Arias, the big-time Colorado recruit, number 7 for Jackson. But you know, if you're Jackson, you want to get him involved as quickly as possible.
We're going to have to get some updates. Another big game tonight is Ferndale and Arlington. Those are both undefeated and both ranked pretty high in the state. So we'll have to
check
stay
the
tuned.
Sphere. Yep. So 1st and 10 from their 35 yards. Ben Olsen, the junior, hands it off up the middle, and he's got plenty of room. Walsh all the way to the 40-yard line of Glacier Peak.
Oh, and he just split the defense there at the line and had a huge hole.
25-yard gain for number 22, Nick Walsh, the 5'11 junior. Big, big play to start off this drive for Jackson.
Had a couple good plays right down the middle. That'll open things up a little bit for him.
1st and 10. Now at the GP 40. Olsen, they're going to hand it back again to Walsh. Right side, this time GP collapses, and that's one thing GP has been done well so far this season is against the run.
He still gets about 5 yards though. Well, they're going to give him 4, but still a decent run. We got somebody injured on the play here. Have to see who that is. Maybe number 11.
Let's go down to Ron Henthorn, see if his mic is picking up a little bit better. Ron, do you see who that is?
51 now.
51, that's Fafita, isn't
yeah,
it?
that's Maake.
You don't want him going down. Well, you don't want anybody going down.
He's a dual. He plays both sides of the ball.
Ouch.
He's an important, talking to defensive line coach Sowers before the game and talking about the workload of Maake. That's tough.
And all the Fafitas have been, if you haven't been around a while, he's the 3rd one to come through here.
No, that's not good. We'll take a break while they attend to him. 7-0, but Jackson's driving. STSPN brought to you by Lake Stevens Ace Hardware. We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At G&S, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call G&S Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Like to speculate.
We're back. We're back live here. 6:54 left the first quarter. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle. Ron the wedge. Henthorn, they're attending to Maake Fafita.
And it looks like they're, well, it's hard to say, but it kind of looks like
play.
she's.
Here's the
here
play.
we go.
And again, there's a pile of Grizzlies, so it's tough to see what actually might have happened.
You got the scores in front of it. Kind of looks like she's putting a little pressure on his lower back.
Maake from great line of Fafita, 6'5", 225, the junior.
And they will miss him if he comes out. He's probably going to come out of the game. And
that is a big, big loss.
And some leadership as well.
That's Megan Smart down there taking good care of him, guys. So he's in good hands.
Megan, your mic is for some reason still faint, but I got a little bit of that. Megan, the trainer, GP, longtime trainer out there attending to him. Now they got him upright a little bit, so never fun. You have all the excitement. The kids are excited. Everybody's fired up.
I know this kind of
GP scores, and Jackson's driving, and then
everything just kind of quiet. The crowd quiets up, and
we'll be watching to see if some scores, and then who are the Cougs?
The Cougs have
tomorrow?
Spencer Pettit coming into
That's right, Nevada.
Yeah. Nevada's coming into the house. I think it's a 2:30 game. Cougs looking to go 4-0, ranked 18th. The Huskies have to travel to Colorado. That's going to be it's going to test them more than anybody's tested them so far.
Yeah, you almost don't really know. I mean, you can say they got all kinds of stuff going. They should be good. They should be, one of the top teams in the country again. But who knows? Also on Twitter, STSPN.com. On Twitter, we're, of course, live periscoping this bad boy as well. We got all kinds of ways to watch STSPN content. And they're still down with Maake Fafita.
Another Rob Nichols update from Archbishop Murphy. Another long run, PAT good. Bellevue up 14-0.
Oh, Coach Jerry Jensen for Archbishop Murphy.
That's a Bellevue. Bellevue's still going to be tough no matter. I know they've got some sanctions on them and lost their coach, but it's still, that was a good program. Going to be tough no matter what. And they barely lost to Richland, who was ranked number 4, I think, in the state. So beat Tumwater. It was always like the number 2 ranked 2A team. So
they're bringing in more help for Maake Fafita. I know his older brother Malachi on the defensive staff now. Probably worried. He's usually up here in the press box. So all the Fafitas.
Shout out to his brother, who I'm sure is watching.
Mosese Fafita. Shout out to him.
Mosese. Missed
Big
that guy.
Mo.
And Malachi, he's been in the booth up here, right? Up in the.
Yep. That's what I was just saying. Usually I miss everything you said. That's the one time that you miss what I said.
Well, I was concentrating on the Archbishop score.
Let's all hope that this is a major precaution, and don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. They're bringing in the EMTs are bringing in the gurney. Thank you. I was thinking of kind of Rob helping me out there. So a somber moment here is nobody likes to see this.
Yeah, like you said, hopefully this is just precautionary.
We're looking for other scores. That Mariner-Kamiak game, Mariner leads Kamiak 7-6, 7:14 left to go in the first quarter. Also, the Snohomish-Meadowdale game, we'll be looking for that. Looks like his sister out there. But while we're waiting, Tim, one of our most enjoyable topics is the Seahawks. Where do you want to start? You want to start with the Jimmy Graham debate this
you
week?
You have to go there.
You want to go to the game? What do you think they're going to win, the Tennessee? That's Rob in the background.
Let's start with what happened last week, and they won, but I think it was kind of a debacle. I mean, they just looked horrible. I thought they were very lucky to get a win out of San Francisco, and
Well, then you saw the Thursday night game, which you alerted me to.
Yeah.
San Francisco looks like they come back. I watched the end of the game. Two things on that game. The Rams look like, they're Super Bowl contenders if you watch
Correct.
that game. And then the San Francisco late comes back and they look like a world beater as well.
Yeah, well, the other thing that's a little alarming is the Seahawks really couldn't do anything against San Francisco's defense, and then the Rams are just running wild. Like they got the most hot, like they're kind of like their offenses they used to have 15 years ago with who was their QB that's in the Hall of Fame now?
Warner?
Yeah, with Warner they made him.
Greatest show on turf.
Yeah. And the Seahawks couldn't do anything against that defense. So,
well, if you're like my oldest daughter and you had Gurley on your fantasy team,
he ran wild.
You did well.
He had like 33 points for fantasy. But this week, though, they got to go to Tennessee. They're on the road. Tennessee's known for their defense. Could be ugly.
But are they known for the defense?
They
it's
are.
something I called you and asked you about it.
I told you that on the phone.
But also, Pacific Northwest fans, even though if you like Oregon or don't like it, their young quarterback for Tennessee.
Well, isn't Mariota going to be the starter?
Yeah. He did okay last year. He got banged up the year before, I think his rookie year.
He's a mobile quarterback. I think their offense doesn't scare me as much as our own offense scares me.
I was trying to avoid our own offense.
You can't avoid it if we're having the discussion.
6:54 left, 7-0 Glacier Peak,
Okay,
and a
here we
big
go.
round of applause for Maake Fafita, the junior. They need a tall gurney there because he is 6'5", and
he's a big man.
He is. Our thoughts and everything are with him, and I hope this is again just they're being overprotective or precautionary.
Well, okay, looks like he's moving around and
see the Fafita family down there. I know they love playing football. And what does this do for the kids? Not only his teammates, but also the other kids on the other side. It's tough.
It is. And they got to get their heads back in the game now.
2nd and 6. We're back to football. Jackson with the ball. Ben Ohsman rolls to his left. Erling on Chase. Ben finds an alley and much more to the 10.
I think you're going to see a
gonna
flag.
Score.
Looked like there was a hold there about the 5-yard line, but they didn't throw the flag. Man, he's very mobile, and Josh Erling was trying to run him down. There was a hold here. I'm surprised they didn't call that.
36-yard quarterback sneak, basically, it turned into. I don't think it was called that, but he is the leading rusher on the Jackson Timberwolves team. And he does it one more time, and a touchdown for Jackson. And
so they've kind of split the defense with some runs a couple times tonight. And remember we said that scoreboard wasn't going to stay 0-0
yes.
for long.
On to kick.
That's going to be a flag.
Yes.
They just plowed it was the placeholder, I believe they plowed.
Let's see if we can go down to our head referee, Jim Broughton.
5-yard running into the kicker, 5-yarder. Assess that on the kick.
Preliminary indication is roughing the kick.
They kind of gave Glacier Peak a break there because they could have easily called that roughing the kicker. He plowed him.
Well, it only took 4 plays. And was that 36 yards, Rob? 36 yards, and we're all tied up 7-7. 6:37 left. Boy, we had all the momentum there starting. We had a punt, then a punt, touchdown, and we're all thinking about Maake Fafita, who we'll try and get word maybe later if we can and make sure he's okay. We'll see how that affects the team, and he's a huge part of both offense and defense.
Absolutely.
Let's go down to Ron Henthorn, and maybe his mic we can hear him better. If he has any thoughts or heard anything there on Maake.
Let's see if you can hear me better.
That's better. That's way better.
All right. So, tough start for both teams, each on the first possession going nowhere. Then on the second possession going for scores. Unfortunately, had that incident with Fafita there, but seems kind of calm down here on the Glacier Peak sideline, but I guess we'll see what happens when they get the ball again, see if they can fire it back up. So We got a score going, guys, and I got a game going. Let's see what happens.
Thank you, Ronnie. Glad the mic is finally working. Our ref mic is working.
We're rolling.
All cylinders here. Bross to kick off for Jackson.
This will be playable.
Castro back. We'll see. And
ooh,
good defense
Man,
there. Great special teams. That was Patrick McKenzie.
Not his fault. He had to try to field it off of a bounce, and he just didn't have any time. And they get him about the 10-yard line. They're going to mark that.
The freshman, Patrick McKenzie, who
yeah.
got his start at STSPN.
We take all the credit for Patrick McKenzie from the booth.
They're going to mark him right at the 6-yard line.
Oh, they are. That is the 6. You're right.
So we'll see what the Grizzlies are going to do.
That's going to be a long drive for the Grizzlies here.
Collins gets the ball, tries to fall forward a few yards, and maybe they'll give him a couple.
And if GP has a weakness, it's they really haven't been able to establish a running game. Ziomas does, but that's more broken plays and, scrambling around. But they just haven't been able to get things up the middle, and they really need to establish that run.
2nd and 7. They were pinned back at their own 6-yard line. Aiden Ziomas going back to pass. Has time. Now goes up. They get that lane, and he sees it. The leading rusher.
Oh, and he's close. He's going to be about a yard short, but nice little scrambling around. Looked like they had maybe Bo Burns wide open. They had some openings, but he chose to keep it, and good little run.
Where do you get where your quarterback is looking to run even more than maybe he should, or is that something you fear?
Well, I think
with
Ziomas, he's got enough confidence where he can do either one, and if he sees the hole, he's just going to run.
This time he gets it out to Holt, and Holt will get across.
It's going to be very close.
Where they
he's
marked it.
He's going to be right about the marker.
Right there on it. Where's their yellow line?
I think they're going to have to.
Next?
They're giving him. They just indicated first down, so.
I just asked where our yellow line is.
Oh, that's a. Well, there it is, right there.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
There it is. That's a big first down. Gets them out of trouble deep in their own zone.
It's coming with the next software update.
1st and 10. Now Collins on his left. Ziomas back to pass. And he connects with Castro. There's a flag. And Castro gets up to the 32-yard line.
Great little run and catch there.
16-yard pass complete.
See what kind of flag. I think it's coming back. Looks like he's walking back.
It was on the far side, and I happened to see Evan Manis out there point to the flag. I think he knew it was coming. I don't know if we can watch it one more time and see if we can catch it. There's a conversation.
They like to talk about it in high school football. Oh, they're waving the flag off. Breaking news. No foul.
Flag, no flag. It was not a pass. Okay, thank you.
It was not a pass? It certainly was, wasn't it?
I don't know. That's our head referee, Jim Broughton.
I'm not sure what he meant by that.
Forgot to turn his mic off. 1st and 10. Big pickup for Castro. Scrambling. Ziomas finally rolling the right. Finds somebody open. He catches it. Holt.
Look at
40, 30. Arias has to come and help. They finally knock him out inside the 15 to the 12. A huge pickup for Glacier Peak. You'll see it one more time. 54-yard pickup.
Oh, and the stats are piling up for AZ.
Inbounds.
Boy, that was a great. Aiden scrambles around a little bit and sees a wide open Tyson Holt. And the yards after catch were huge.
And many defenses. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now he's got trouble.
Oh,
and he's getting nailed.
He got hit pretty hard by number 25.
Yeah, that's Muhammad.
That's one thing. Aiden doesn't really get hit real hard that often. He's just got that body type where he can avoid those really hard hits, although that one was a little shaky.
147 through the air so far through Aiden Ziomas. Mariner up.
In the first quarter, he's
Yes.
got 147 yards.
Mariner leads Kamiak 14-6 so far. Here we go. 2nd and 14. Now he's got to make a move. Aiden buys time.
Oh.
Tries to get up. Did he lose the ball? No, he still has the ball, but a huge
got
hit
hit
there.
pretty hard in the helmet there.
Wade Rasali for Jackson.
Right when I said he doesn't take a lot of big hits.
Waleed Rasuli, pardon me in the name, great play there by Jackson. Brings up 3rd and 14 with 3:39 left here in the first quarter.
Four down territory.
Collins to his right. You have Castro and Manis split out to the right. Bo Burns, who has the only touchdown. And Ziomas goes back to pass. Finds time now to Castro. Castro the 5.
Oh!
Bumped out.
And he got hit
hard
hard
by Daniel Arias.
Daniel just clocked him with his helmet. Could have been helmet to helmet there. Watch this hit.
And call him out at the 2.
Man, but great play by Castro.
15-yard completion there. A pass down to the 2-yard line. Another
update from Archbishop. 21-0 Bellevue.
Who saw that coming?
I did.
You did. 1st and goal from the 2. Alex Collins to the left of Ziomas. He's going to go back to pass again. Looking for somebody. Now he runs up
and he
scores! Ziomas. It's almost like the receivers knew he was going to do it. He runs quickly off to the sideline.
Picks up his 4th rushing touchdown of the year.
2-yard scamper for the junior Aiden Ziomas, and boy, he is doing it all. And that's what head coach Joel Vincent was worried about, as many opponents of Glacier Peak have been.
He is doing it all.
So now Glacier Peak, and here we go. The offenses are starting to get rolling. Corwin on for the extra point with Evan Christie holding.
Prediction might.
Another bad snap now. Corwin just has to pick it up.
Does the smart thing.
And he gets tackled, but these are the things late that you sit and remember.
That's the second time they've had that bobbled snap.
Wow, that one we'll have to see if that comes back to haunt anybody.
Yeah, those things they've come back to haunt Glacier Peak in the past. But what you don't want to do is start chasing now you don't want to start chasing it the whole game, but that's what you'll see a lot. You miss an extra point, then you start going for 2 the rest of the game, and pretty soon you've lost 4 or 5 points because you've been going for that 2-pointer.
8 plays, 94 yards for that drive. Finished off by Aiden Ziomas, who is 10 of 12, 162 through the air.
In the first quarter. That's ridiculous.
I want him on my fantasy. Did I already say that?
I think you did.
Yeah. Well,
it's too late.
We recycle here.
But he is by the end of this year, like I said, he's going to have some just heinous numbers.
13-7 with the missed PAT on a botched snap. Nothing Evan Christie, the holder, could do on that one.
No, couldn't quite get that one off the turf.
Always an interesting game here. We've already had a lot going on.
Oh, an onside
kick. Does it go 10?
It didn't go 10. Had that been executed properly, if you look at that, Jackson was not even ready for that at all.
Who was?
I know. But that would have actually worked had that gone the 10 yards. It just didn't quite get there.
Surprise, surprise. Nick Bender.
Wow. Stole a page out of the row handbook.
He really did.
I actually liked the call. Would have worked had it been executed correctly.
Well, that'll give Jackson the ball in GP territory on the 48 for Ben Olison, who both quarterbacks have scored touchdowns. Ben rolls to the left.
Oh, and he gets drilled.
And it's caught at the 25.
Oh, and he got drilled by was that Evan Manis that drilled him?
I think so, but Holden with the reception.
He was able to get off a great throw down to the 21-yard line. Here it is again.
29-yard pass play. That's his first reception tonight. Haven't had too much. Garrett Holden, the sophomore, excuse me.
Great composure for the QB with Manis right in his face to get that off.
Jackson in business. This is Walsh. Now he decides to just run it up vertical, and he meets a bunch of Grizzlies. They might lose a yard.
I think it's going to be about a yard.
Manis coming.
Number 11.
That's Dawson Crosby, who's gotten some meaningful minutes and been very potent on defense.
Well, this looks like it has all the makings where it's going to turn into a track meet here.
Well, then they really need that point.
2nd and 11. Fakes the handoff.
Oh,
Ben in trouble. He gets crushed.
Number 65. Welcome to GP. Whoa.
Tony McDaniel, another sophomore. Watch him work.
Whoa, he comes right through and just clobbers him.
-5, and then they had the -1 on the last play, so they are going the wrong way.
Getting him right out of field goal range, too. 3rd and 15 is what they're calling it. Of course, the Jackson's not uncommon for them to make 15-plus yard plays all the time.
Now on the GP 27. Ben takes it, and they blitz it. He covers. He rolls out. Now he's going to tuck and run. He falls down.
Did he fall down on his own there?
Yes, he did.
Oh, and he probably would have got picked up that first down. He had some daylight there.
Oh, and you can see the young man's frustrated because he knew he had a shot. He had a nice alley there to pick up the first.
We got somebody hurt on the field. Who do we got there? Was that the QB that went down on the field?
This is a Glacier Peak. Nick Bender going out. We've already had one huge loss. That's why you get the sophomore, big 65, who had the big sack.
It's at the 35-yard line. Okay. Oh, that's Evan Manis. Oh, that's going to hurt. He's a threat both offensively and defensively.
They've already lost Maake Fafita tonight.
Hopefully he's just a little shaken up on that play. And
he looks okay.
Looks like he's walking off on his own accord.
So 4th and 11 on the GP 22. You got to go for it. We're not sure about Philip Bross's range, but that's still way.
That's
Spencer
long,
Pettit.
Yeah.
That's a weapon type range.
Spencer Pettit coming to Wazoo tomorrow with the Nevada Wolfpack.
They're going to go for it. Calster to the left. Here's Ohsman. He's going to go right, wondering when they were going to go to Navarro, and overthrew him. And there's only been one time that he's tried to go to Daniel Arias this whole game.
Yeah, I know. That is a little surprising. Maybe they're setting him up and they're going to start going to him later. But he overthrows Navarro. Navarro actually was open on that play, just overthrows him. So turnover on downs for Jackson.
I don't know if you can replay that one more time. You see on Arias, he was split out to the left. They double-teamed Arias. They had Navarro with single coverage, and that probably is why Ben Olsen went to. You see on the left.
2 there, and you see Navarro got open.
He just threw it too long.
Yeah.
So big stop for the GP defense. They take over on downs at their own 22. Ziomas. Boy, he gets out of trouble like somebody we know who plays it downtown, and he'll run out of bounds after a big.
I think that's going to be a late hit on 32.
That's Bo Burns.
Yeah, I think Bo hit him out. You'll see it. Well, if you can see it at the bottom of the screen, somebody's going to come in. Oh, Bo just took him out. And that's not a good play right there.
That was big gain, too, for a first down.
It's going to negate that. They're going to go back 15 from there.
We'll see.
Late hit out of bounds on Glacier Peak.
I don't know if our ref mic, he turns it on, turns it off.
So he picks up the first down. It is a dead ball foul. Because the play was over. So the first down will stand, I believe.
Now we hear.
But now it's going to be first and.
Like you said, still first down. A big play negated, though, for GP.
Oh, they got a first down. Was it a dead ball penalty? Dead ball. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay. So did you?
And you can hear his mic
saying first down, but it was a dead ball penalty.
Ron has got something. I think it's conflicting.
Okay. Now everyone's waiting to hear what's going on. There we go. We got mics everywhere, Tim Boyle.
We got them all over the place.
First and 10 from their 19 now. Ziomas to Holt, who has a big pickup already, and he gets close to the 24-yard line. It'll bring up second and very manageable.
Right. Gets about 5 or
see where they spot it.
Maybe only 4.
4-yard pickup. Tyson Holt, we saw him the first game a little bit against Kentwood in that loss.
Well, obviously,
GP.
Aiden has some weapons out there. He's got a lot of people he can go to. And now with Evan Manis out, it's going to give somebody else a chance.
Good point. 2nd and 6. Ziomas goes back, gets some time, escapes one tackler. Now he just tucks it. Evan into the big boys, but he crosses the 35.
Now we got a Jackson guy hurt. Oh, he's getting up, though. Nice run by Aiden Ziomas.
11-yard pickup for Baby Z, and a GP first down.
Aiden continues to be the leading rusher for Glacier
Yes, he
Peak.
does. It's not even close. He's got 31 on the ground so far, and we just ended the first quarter. And with that, we'll take a break. You're watching STSPN High School Friday Night Football presented by Lake Stevens, Ace Hardware, and all kinds of other peoples. Todd and the Fred Rivertown Ale House. We'll be back with more.
That was beautiful. Basically, yeah, it's great.
Welcome back. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle. Ron Henthorn, the wedge down there on the sidelines for us. A first down for Glacier Peak at their own 36-yard line. Alex Collins gets the handoff, and not much there. Jackson doing a good job so far.
Yeah.
I guess when the running game, when they hand off to a running back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
hard to stop Ziomas, but
yeah.
again, I think we said it earlier, it'd be nice for Glacier Peak to actually be able to establish a normal running game. But this seems to work well for him too. But it's more improvised running.
2nd and 8 on their own 37-yard line. Also another big game down at Pop Keeney. Bothell welcoming in Mullen High School from Denver area. Ziomas. What a move by Ziomas!
Oh.
They can't hold him. He gets down to the 45-yard line.
Oh,
Boy,
my.
is he frustrating if you're a defensive lineman.
He just can squirm like nobody's business, and he shakes off several tacklers there. Ends up turning that into 8 yards. Now, we need to see if Ron can get us an update on Evan Manis would be great, or Fafita.
3rd and 1. He got out of trouble, but not quite the first down. Fakes the handoff. Now he runs up the gut. Good play there, Navarro. And he
Boy,
just
I don't know
gets
that
the
he
first
gets.
down.
Did they give it to him?
Looks like the line judge. You'll see it one more time.
That looks close to me.
But the spot is generous.
Oh, barely.
Another big first down. Mullen leading Boff at 14-7 at the end of the first, by the way. 1st and 10 here. Ball now on the 47-yard line. Aiden Ziomas, Baby Z, trying to go to Castro and just a little behind him. 2nd and 10. 10:32 left here in the first half.
New update from Archbishop, 21-7, 91-yard pass catch for Archbishop. So 21-7 with 1:53 in the half.
Wow. 196 yards total offense first quarter for GP. And we'll get you the Jackson total. Zioma, 2nd and 10. It's caught at the 50. It's Alex Collins, and he gets across the 40. And a big pickup there for the running back, Alex Collins.
Excellent play by the running back.
Ziomas adding to his totals, 15-yard pickup and a Glacier Peak first down. 162 yards total offense for Jackson.
I think we got a timeout on the field.
A timeout on the field. We'll take one also.
Hey, I'm down here if you can hear me, guys.
We can hear you.
I just walked to Evan Manis and I said, how you doing? He says, I'm back.
Oh, look at that. And nobody does it like the wedge.
Nobody.
He'll be back.
Collins in motion. They set up the screen. This time they get it to number 28.
Who is
Evan
that?
Christie,
All
the
right.
holder, and he's a senior, and he gets a nice pickup.
13 yards, I think.
That'll be good for another GP first down. So that's a play we haven't seen.
And the passing game is working very well for GP. Running game, not so much, but maybe the passing game will open that up a little.
Another tactic here that's holding back Jackson is the time of possession. The GP drives have been long. Ziomas looking for something. Shakes one. Now he gets it up. It's intercepted.
Navarro!
His 3rd of the year, and Jonathan Navarro gets one. He was trying to go to Castro.
Yeah. And that was not a really good decision by Ziomas. He was I thought he was going to throw it away, and we got another injured player for Jackson on the field. So a lot of injuries.
That is the running back, also the linebacker, McAllister.
It looks like he got roughed up pretty good. I'm not sure what happened, but he looked like he's hurting bad.
Oh, my goodness. Too many injuries in this game tonight.
Can we see that one again?
See if we can try what happened to him.
So that's going to be at about the 38-yard line you want to look at.
Great. Another incredible play there by Navarro. We saw him do that last year
Can't quite
as
get
well.
that. It could have been after the pick, too, because a lot of times people just get clobbered out once there's an interception.
Well, they tend to McAllister one more time. We'll take a quick break and get back. 9:58 left to go in the first half. Glacier Peak tried to get going, but Jackson, a huge turnover. We'll be back with more right after this.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Okay, McAllister's walking off the field on his own power, which is a great sign. We've had some big injuries here. Maake Fafita going down earlier tonight. And Evan Manis for Glacier Peak was hurt, but he's back. He's okay. So hope Jackson's all right. Yeah, there's big INT there. Only the third, and as many times as Aiden Ziomas throws the ball, that's not bad. So they take over on their own 19. Ben Olesen. Looking, going deep. He's got Arias, and he catches it, bobbles it, brings it in, goodbye.
You're not getting that.
81-yard pass completion, Daniel Arias.
And it's almost predictable. When somebody gets a turnover, a lot of times they go right, in the first play they go right for a big play. And Daniel Arias kind of bobbled that a little bit, but he kept going like 25 miles an hour as he was bobbling it. And there was no way someone's catching that guy. I'm telling you right now. I don't care who's on the field.
If you haven't seen Ben Olesen throw a deep ball,
there you have it.
There you go. People are like, can he throw? Yes, he can. Flip Ross on for the extra try, which is becoming critical. We're tied at 13-13 because of the botched snap on the last touchdown for Glacier Peak. Hold is good. The kick is up.
Oh,
that's
another
good. They run right into
That's the second time.
The holder, and it's Evan Manis one more time.
Well, Evan Manis isn't hurt, obviously.
Personal foul running into the kicker.
The Grizzlies 13. That is roughing the kicker.
They actually hit him with the roughing the kicker this time. I thought it probably could have been roughing the kicker on the last one too, but.
And Blake Basal is the holder for Jackson. He's just gotten plowed over.
Rudd's having a little conversation with number 22. Was it number 22 or 24 that got him?
24 looked
That's
like
what
it.
I thought, but then he was having a conversation with 22.
Might have been both of them, but we were talking about they hadn't gone for Daniel Arias very much.
Well, you jinxed him.
There you go.
Way to go, Scott.
So Jackson takes the lead, 14-13.
For the first time in the game, Jackson's in the lead.
9:46 left to go. It only took one play, 81 yards.
That's a stat patter there.
Really is.
If you watch that replay again with Arias, you're going to see just a great pattern. He just kind of put it on about 85% speed until he got down about 25 yards. Then he just poured it on, just ran away from the defender.
And let me tell you, Ron the Wedge Header, he knows about running patterns.
He does. He was a
mighty Cyclone
in college.
In Ames, Iowa, the tight end.
The only guy on the field that could have caught him was Ron.
Probably. Or Colton Bunt.
Thanks, guys.
So you'll see they're kicking off from the 45 because of the penalty. Here's Bras. Yes, very good spot by onside, as noted by our replay Rob. That one goes way in the end zone, and Glacier Peak will start. So Jackson comes back after Glacier Peak was driving. They had on an 8-play drive. They start at their own 22, and then Aiden Ziomas is only third interception of the year.
He'd like to have that one back. I'm telling you that right now.
Yes, they would. Then one play for Daniel Arias.
Both these teams are capable of putting a lot of points on the board fast.
And that's what makes it so fun. If you're a fan, if you're watching. Aiden under center now, first time. He hands it off, and that's 17 on the left side for the sweep. He'll pick up 5 or 6, and that is Briggs. Kalen Briggs, who was the starting running back for the first game. You'll see it one more time.
Yeah, and you'll take 6 yards on first down any day of the week.
The 5'7"
giving him 7 yards. Briggs is the one that won the starting position.
He did, yep. Kalen the junior, excuse me. And then he got injured for the next game, the Snohomish game, and now he's back. Second and 3 yards to go from their own 27. Hand it off one more time. This time it is John Paul Anderson who's gotten some good carries so far this year, number 2.
But nothing was there on that one. The D-line collapsed quickly on him. They giving him one, or they give him one on that?
I don't know if they did. I think it's just no gain, 3rd and 2. Have to remember, Maake Fafita is a big part of their offensive line, and he's not there. Same thing with the defensive line for Glacier Peak.
Very true.
So 3rd down and 2. Under center now, and they get a nice rollout. Can Collins turn it?
Ooh, it's going to be close. I think they're going to give it to him. Yep.
And
he needed to get to about the 31. I think they're going to put it about the 32. So, yeah, they got it by a yard.
Good news for Jackson fans. McAllister, 33, who was banged up back there and on that tackle.
I don't know if you guys pick up on it or not, but when they're playing this formation with Z under center, they're running the plays in with one guy from the sideline each time instead of calling them off the sidelines.
Yeah.
It's a great
observation.
It's just adding value, says Ron Henthorn. 1st and 10 from their own 33, still under center. Fakes the handoff. Looking. Now he's got pressure. Aiden Ziomas.
I can't believe he was able to get out of it. He turned that into, what, 3 or 4 yards?
Look at him, shapeshifter right now.
And as far as GP goes, I would say he's the best scrambling quarterback they've ever had, without a doubt.
I agree. I mean, there's so many other players at all levels that I'm thinking of. I mean, Tuasa Sopa was a great scrambler.
Schwim was good. He wasn't back there that long, and Richter was good.
Maybe Fred Tarkington. Second.
He went to GP.
Briggs one more time, and he meets a big Timberwolves.
Oh man, little extracurricular after the play.
That's big Wagner, Clint
Here's
Wagner.
See him throw him down after the play here. Watch.
They'll give him a 3-yard gain, setting up 3rd and, see what the board, yep, 3rd and 5.
Here comes Evan Manis in the game.
And he runs it in.
With the play.
There you go, just like Ron noted.
So if Evan Manis should just say, yeah, that play's coming to me, because how are they going to know?
That's true. 3rd and 5, their own 38. Briggs in motion. They fake the handoff. Ziomas goes. It's caught by a 1st down, and that's number 8, Spencer Kramer, the backup quarterback.
Spencer Kramer. Wow, that's a new name for tonight. Now, look at him extend and get that. Isn't he like 6? Isn't he really tall?
6'5".
Wow.
Junior. 14-yard pickup.
Boy, look at him extend for that. He threw it, and that was on Navarro, too, of all people.
All kinds of surprises. 1st and 10 now in Jackson territory. Alex Collins with the rock, and he'll get out of bounds with a great carry of 8.
Nice pick. He turns the corner. Glacier Peak hasn't had a lot of success going up the middle, but, they kind of spread it out a little bit, and they're having some success. And he almost picks up a 1st down. He's going to be about looks like he's like a half yard short, maybe at the most.
Gave him more than 8, almost
They
9.
gave him a generous spot. Replay Rob's freaking out in the and they didn't stop the clock, did they?
6:07. Under center again. Briggs in motion. Fakes. Going back to pass. Looks deep now. Finds Kramer one more time. This time a little high. It's hard to be high at 6'5".
I know,
on,
a little
see?
bit. Even high for Spencer Kramer. Third and 1.
3rd and 1. Going to this more running set. Big Bo Burns checks in, number 32, with the call.
5:56 left in the half. Plenty of time for both teams.
Under center. Ziomas. Now they stand up and look over. He's got John.
I'm going to have to
Paul
call
Anderson.
a timeout.
And that's the second in the first half. We'll take a brief break up here, see what he has in mind. 3rd and 1 on the Jackson 39.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Back on 3rd and 1, GP uses 2 timeout. Second-year head coach Nick Bender wants to talk about it. It was successful the first timeout they had. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle. Ron Henthorn, you have any idea what they were talking about down there, what they want to do?
It'll be a surprise for both of us.
Okay. Ziomas. They fake it to both Collins and John Paul Anderson. It's caught by Briggs! Down to the 20, the 19, Kalen Briggs, the junior.
The running back.
18-yard pickup and another Glacier Peak first down. They got all kinds of different people doing stuff.
That's perfectly executed, too. And a great catch by Briggs.
It was a razzle-dazzle play for 3rd and 1, guys.
Absolutely.
Fakes it to Collins, and there again is Briggs. Got the starting job the first game against Kentwood, then got injured. Exciting day for that young man. I happen to know his father, a great guy. This time Collins gets a handoff. Now he cuts it up wisely and across the 20 to 19. I'm not sure he's going to get much.
Just gets about a yard. GP in the red zone. Things tighten up a little bit down here. But Ziomas has got 216 yards. He's got a lot. He's mixing it up with a lot of people, too. How many receivers do we have throwing to tonight? 7 different receivers tonight.
Wow.
In the first half.
2nd and 9. Ball on the Jackson 19-yard line. This time Anderson gets it, and he just falls over a couple players, and he'll get a couple yards.
Not much on. D-line is doing a good job for Jackson. On the runs, I'd say the Jackson's winning the battle of the trenches on the run.
Junior Asadi, number 70, 6'1", senior, 280 there on the front line for the Timberwolves.
Evan Manis checking in with the play here.
4:23 left to go in this first half.
They got
14-13, Jackson.
Daniel Arias covering Evan Manis. Good matchup.
Great matchup. Manis having a huge game last week in the win over Cascade. Collins in motion. Anderson fakes it. Here's Ziomas now. Pitch it to Anderson. He's got a first down inside. Touchdown!
They're saying he's down at the 1-yard line. Where's the instant replay?
You see it one now. 17 yards. They say stepped out.
Yeah. Can't quite dispute it from this angle. We need a camera on the other side, Todd.
That and the yellow line's coming. Bo Burns runs in the play, but a huge pickup here. This is another long, extended drive by Glacier Peak.
Down to the 1. That would have been a good for our drone camera.
It would have. We got ideas. So 1st and goal from the half-yard line. Under center. Hand it off. I don't know that he got there.
I don't think he got there, but he's close. It's going to be about at the 6-inch line.
Another great play by Junior Asadi, number 70, as John Paul Anderson was the ball carrier. And 2nd and goal from the half-yard line again.
I think if you're GP, you're probably okay burning a bunch of clock right here. If you can burn 2 or 3 minutes and then punch it in, you'd be perfectly happy.
GP with only 1 timeout left. 2 timeouts left for Jackson in the first half. 3:28 left to go. 2nd and goal. Fake
Same
it, fake
play.
it. Oh, he had him dead to rights. Oh, and touchdown, Aiden Ziomas. Touchdown, Glacier
The magician.
Peak. Clint
Man.
Wagner absolutely played it perfectly. The slow down replay. Look at that.
Oh, and he got his face mask, too. They set up like they were running the exact same play with number 17 kind of stepping back a little bit. It looked like they were running the exact same play as they did on first down. 80-yard drive, says replay Rob.
Second running touchdown for Aiden Ziomas tonight.
Aiden's kind of hogging all the rushing touchdowns.
They're going to go for 2 because they have a missed PAT. Ziomas looking left, now looks right. Fires, delivered, and what a play.
Oh, and he
Briggs
just gets
catches it.
undressed by number 15.
And that's Jake Litchfield, 6'1", junior. What a play by him.
You'll see it right here again. And, oh, yeah, great hit. And that's what I was talking about. I don't like him chasing the extra point all night because now you're 2 back. So when it's going to be a high-scoring game, I think you just keep going for the extra points.
Well, chasing points is something we have talked a lot about over the years. I don't like it.
No, I don't either. I'm with you.
And there was a year where the former head coach, Coach Rowe, he'd go for it for 2 every single time, it felt like.
Oh, yeah. See, my theory on the chasing the extra points, I don't think you do it till the fourth quarter. That's my own opinion, but
I concur. But with 3:16 left, Grizzlies now take the lead one more time, 19-14. And just as advertised, this game is a seesaw.
It's on pace to more like what you said, that 47-38 pace.
I've only been right once in 6 years.
Well, you nailed it on the spot, though. I think it was a Lake Stevens game and a Spencer Pettit field goal, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think you hit it 21-24 or something.
Corwin, and this time from the 5, and it is big number 33 who went down, was hurt. That's McAllister. Cavalon, 26-yard return to the 31-yard line, and that's where Jackson will see if they can answer one more time, Tim.
Well, they got plenty of time. They got 3:09. For Jackson, that's plenty of time. With the way they pass and everything, they probably only need about a minute and a half if things are rolling. There's actually enough time for Glacier Peak to get the ball back.
Ben Olson, the Jackson junior quarterback, in the shotgun.
Keep an eye on number 7, Daniel Arias.
Far side of your screen. He's already got one. Now Olson in trouble. Olson, good comeback route, and they're saying no good, and it was no good.
Number 8 tried to make it look like he caught it, but trying to sell that one, but referee right there.
On the offense, we got a hold, number 54.
Hold on.
10 yards if they accept the penalty. From the spot of the foul here, I'm sure they want to take it, so we're going to back it. You want to take it? Yeah, they want to take it.
And that's our head referee, Jim Broughton.
Kind of a 50-50 call there. Glacier Peak's choosing to push him back a little, but now it's going to be 1st and 20.
The big thing, we'll talk about it at halftime, and we'll go over the stats. The time of possession is Glacier Peak. It doesn't really matter because you have Daniel Arias who can score at any time, and we'll watch it here. 2nd and 25. Ben Olson, he's going to go deep, throws it as far as he can, and it's just too much. He had Navarro wide open.
He did, and if you look down at the near screen, they are double teaming Daniel Arias. They got one guy playing deep on him and one guy playing kind of about 5 yards off. But they did overthrow Navarro on that play.
3rd and 25. Always we talk about the cliche, not much in the playbook there. And Todd Elvig, the 5-tool player, left the booth one more time. Replay, Rob, can you run that? Can you go back and run replays as well? and stats. Come on, man. You do that good. 3rd and 25. They screen it over to Daniel. Arias.
Uh-oh.
And he has got all kinds of green. Look at the speed.
Oh!
He's a
And
saving
who catches
tackle.
it? Is that Pet?
That was 23.
23.
That's Connor Strupp.
A touchdown saving tackle. And you see they just figured, okay, we're going to get it to him in the flat there and see what he can make out of it. And how many yards did he get? 40?
42
yard on a little
screen pass.
Yeah.
And if I'm Jackson, I do that all day long. I don't care. I go every play, how do I get the ball into Daniel Arias' hands?
Yeah, because once you get him the ball, there's a chance on every play he's going to break it, as you just saw right there.
2 receptions for number 7, 123 yards.
Oh!
Ohsman goes down. A huge defensive play by 37, Drew Johnson.
Wow, and he just split the offensive line there. 11-yard loss.
2nd and 10. Drew Johnson, one of the guys that Coach Sowers and a lot of the defensive coaches for Glacier Peak, very excited about his improvements. 2nd and 19. Ohsman back to pass. Has some time. Now he's got to run. Erling in chase. Finally just gets rid of it, and it's complete. But still.
Oh, and taken down hard. Number 3 caught it for Jackson.
And that's Pellegrino, but he'll just get close to the original line of scrimmage, Tim.
Yeah, makes it a little more manageable, though. 3rd and 13, they can, with Jackson's weapons, they can convert that no problem.
Pellegrino on the near side, and you got to see on the far side is Arias. Ben Ohsman looking. Now he's going to commit, and he's got to run now, and he's got a first time. And he tries to fake like he's going to pitch it.
And it worked for a couple extra yards, and he picks up, 20 yards maybe? 18 yards.
Heady play there by the junior Ben Ohsman. So both teams have this quarterback. When things break down, it's very tough for defenses.
Absolutely, and both the teams, their running game is better with the quarterback running.
Now on the GP 29 with 1:05 left. Time becoming an issue here in the first half. They hand it off to Big Walsh.
Oh.
And he bounces off tacklers and gets another Timberwolf first down.
Great play, just going north and south, and going to be about a yard short of the first down.
That looked like a first down from
here. Oh,
here.
no, they're saying first down.
Are they going back and forth?
Well, the guy with the white cap is the boss, and he just signaled first down, but they're not moving the chains.
We got to add 5 seconds on that.
Add 5 seconds.
It's a clock issue. I think
55 seconds.
I think the first down is good at the GP 19.
They want the clock man to put 55 seconds on the clock, and they're probably going to wait for him to fix that. There it is.
I tell you what, though, we got the mic on the ref. We're hearing stuff. I mean, the viewer knows things when they watch STSPN. 1st and 10. Ben Ohsman. Walsh gets the handoff. Right side. Pursuit. Glacier Peak. Another loss. Big play by Anchor Graves, Erling, and
Looks like
Manis.
Connor Johnson was in on it, too.
Let's go down to Ron Henthorn. Ronnie?
We got timeout Jackson down here. We 48 seconds left to go. I'm surprised they didn't call a timeout earlier in this session, but 48 seconds is plenty of time for them to throw it in the end zone from here.
Ronnie, are you with us? It's just, what are they doing? Just give it to number 7 and, stop. Let's just, what are we doing?
Yeah, throw it to him again.
I hand it off to him.
Get him the ball.
Yeah, have him be the quarterback, which we saw warming up, and Joel Vincent, the head coach of the Timberwolves, said we're going to see some different things tonight because you mentioned you saw him returning punts.
Yeah, they said that we might see that. I mean, I think if you're Joel Vincent, you just get him the ball.
Yes.
He's probably just the best receiver as just a physical specimen that I've seen since we've been doing this. I haven't seen a guy like that.
Especially the receiver, but as usual, it's interesting. 19-14, Jackson taking their, I think they're on the board. I think this is their second timeout. Let's say they still have 2 left, but here we go. 48 seconds left in the first half. Crowd kind of been up and down so far. Stay tuned for our halftime show. 2nd and 12. Ben Olsen rolling left, looks, didn't like it. Now he says a wide open. He overthrows.
He had Arias open, and that was number
Holden,
6.
Garrett Holden.
Just overthrows him though.
As you see,
look, you got 2 receivers that either one of them would have been a touchdown.
I'd have Daniel Arias play center, snap it to himself, and just run.
It's very creative. Nobody would expect it.
Ben Olsen, he's going to wish he had that one back. He had 2 wide open receivers. 3rd and 12, 42 seconds left. Ball on the GP22. Rolling left. Time. Throws it. Holden. Catches it. Touchdown, Timberwolves. What a catch.
What a
by
catch.
Holden.
He was actually covered halfway decent, and they looked like he was trying to get it out of his hands there.
22-yard touchdown pass. Yeah, that's Heston Pettis. He's frustrated, but that's just a heck of a catch by Holden.
He put it in the perfect spot. Well, a great pass will beat great coverage every day of the week. You put it in the right spot, and it doesn't matter sometimes what the coverage is.
And a great catch.
That was a great catch, Ronnie. Heston's frustrated, but there's not much he could do. And also, Ben Olsen put it on a dime.
Oh, it was a perfect throw. Timeout. Interesting timeout.
It is.
Timeout before the extra point.
35 seconds will let everybody
That's
see
usually where you don't see somebody burn a timeout.
No, there might be some personnel things or something. Again, head coach Joel Vincent up here in the booth. We'll take one, too. We'll see what happens. Anything more exciting with 35 seconds left? Come on back.
Your American dream is out there, so go get it. Dreams don't come easy. They're gonna make you work for it. So put on your work boots, fire up your laptop, pour yourself a cup of coffee, because there's gonna be some late nights. American Family Insurance is your American dream insurance. We protect your home, your car, your business, and the most valuable thing you will ever own. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it.
American Family Insurance.
Back here, Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle. Replay Rob in the booth. Update here.
Another update from Archbishop Murphy. 38-yard run for Bellevue, 28-7 to start the second half.
Wow. That's kind of a shocker.
I think you're going to see an attempt for a 2-point conversion here.
That's what the timeout was, is 2019. They want to get some separation. Big number Navarro in 24, and he waltzes in untouched. 2-point conversion.
That was like too easy.
Well done by head coach Joel Vincent and the offensive coordinator.
That was a good timeout.
It's a great timeout.
Now we're down by 3 as GP.
Larry Boucher been the defensive
See, Todd,
coordinator.
I told you don't chase those extra points.
22-19. Jackson never has beaten Glacier Peak. This is their 4th try as 35 seconds left to go in this first half. Stay with us. We'll have all kinds of info, and we'll see if Rob Nichols, I call him the writer because he writes all of Tim Boyle's material. Nobody knows that.
Oh, that hurts.
I know. You'll dispute that. But
he tries to steal credit.
He's going to call in, hopefully, and give us what's going
38-yard run, TD run. That was the shortest TD of the night on both sides of the ball.
My goodness.
Well, if he's going to call in, doesn't somebody need to be hooked up?
We'll see when he calls in. We'll try. And also, Ron Henthorn trying to get a interview with Nick Bender, the head GP coach. And this short kickoff there is taken at the 25 by Briggs, and he's cracked down.
About the 30. Now the question is, Does GP try to get some points on the board with 31 seconds left, or are they content to run it out? So we will see.
We will. Elvis.
I say try a couple quick plays, see what happens. You pick up a first down or two, and
see.
That's what I do.
I want to give credit Masungo there, the Jackson player 52. Special teams, you got to give love when the guy goes down and makes a great tackle.
Yeah, they've made a couple good special teams plays.
Glacier Peak, no timeouts.
They just got to get some first downs. They control the clock, though.
Their own 30, Ziomas. Baby Z looking. He goes across and dropped by Holt. Holt's had a heck of a game. It was kind of behind him, but I think even Tyson would like to say he should have got that one. Yep.
Burns up about 5 seconds.
$69-yard drive, 9 plays for Jackson on that last, and then they cap it off Navarro with a 2-yard extra try. Ziomas 2nd and 10. He goes over again to Holt. This time he catches it, runs out of bounds, and gets a GP first down.
First down and out of bounds. Perfect.
We'll get
Burns up about 5 more seconds. And
11-yard catch. We'll get our snazzy, fancy scoreboard up here in a moment.
At halftime, we'll tally up all the numbers for you, but they're staggering.
They are. Let's see, 21 seconds. 1st and 10. Baby Z back to pass, looking. Goes left, and that's Alex Collins, and he goes out of bounds. So nice time management here on this drive so far, Tim.
Yeah, well, Jackson's content to let him have these little 5-yarders, though.
This is when you know.
There's a little bit of a prevent.
It is, but when you have a kicker like Corwin,
well, they got a ways to go.
He's hit a 50-plus. 16 seconds, 2nd and 6. Z flips this one out. Manis with a heck of a catch, but did he get it?
It would have been better if he dropped it, actually.
And now they stop the clock with 8 seconds.
Ron,
I thought he caught that, but then I didn't know if the ground. I don't know if he saw that.
No, it looked like they're saying GP had a time. I didn't think they had a timeout.
GP did not have a timeout.
Yeah, well, the board said they didn't.
He did catch it.
They had to catch it, and that burned a lot of clock.
Ronnie, do you know who had the timeout?
GP had the timeout.
Well, they didn't have any left, so that's interesting.
Well, apparently they did.
I didn't think they did either.
The board
had 0 for them.
My notes say they didn't. I think Jackson had 1. They burned 2 early.
They did. Oh.
They did. So we'll see. We're probably wrong as usual. Well, I'm probably wrong as usual. Let's
the scoreboard could have been wrong.
That's true. What's the Cubs update? Extra innings. 4-4 tied up. We play Rob.
8 seconds. They're going to have to go deep on this one.
3rd and 4. Ball at their own 47. Not much time. Going to burn it up most of it. Gets it to Holt.
Oh, and a hook and ladder.
Castro. Time's run out.
Oh, but some positive. Great play. A hook and ladder.
That's a la Boise State.
It is. Next, you're going to see the Statue of Liberty play.
We're going to go down to Ron Henthorn, see if we can just get a quick word with head coach Nick Bender. 22-19, the Timberwolves on top.
I'm down here with Coach Nick Bender. Nick, equal scoring on touchdowns but not extra points. What do you think is going on out there?
It's just a good emotional rivalry game. I mean, things happen. We'll make some halftime adjustments. We'll come back firing.
You going to change up anything?
Maybe a little bit here and there. I can't tell all the secrets now, can I?
No, you can't. All right. I know you got a lot to work on, so good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you very much. Go Grizz.
Nick Bender, guys.
Thank you, Ronnie. See, Ron's already he's trying to wedge in there to get the truth.
We're going to show this
one more time.
Show this to you again. If we had a little bit more time, that would have been perfect. It would have got him in field goal range.
I think that's maybe what they did run out of time. But that takes a long time.
Yeah.
Here we go. See if this is the play. We're at halftime. And here we go. Kellen Moore, the quarterback. No, just
Kellen
kidding.
Moore. Coach Peterson on the sideline.
It's the Fiesta Bowl. Ziomas, he gets it to Collins. He pitches it right there to Castro. That's a great play. What a play.
Number 20, is that Collins? That I don't.
Oh, was it?
It was
it
number
to
20.
Holt?
Yeah, it was to Holt.
My bad. Holt
Yeah.
then to Castro. Okay,
All
we'll
right.
be back with more. We'll wrap up the stats. We'll see if we get a call in from Rob Nichols at the Archbishop Murphy Bellevue game. All coming up right here, Friday Night Lights, STSPN. Don't go anywhere.
Know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi ductless heat pumps allow you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. Because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
the results of tonight's tennis ball toss. So first, big thank you to everyone who participated, and a huge thank you and shout out goes to all the regional proponents and Silver Third Subway for the generosity of support of Glacier Youth Tennis. Go Grizzlies! Our winners tonight in fourth place, receiving a 3-foot subway, one more time, the winners of the tennis ball toss. Fourth place, Jeff Lynn. Third place, Haley Grambo. Second place, Blake Fenton. First place, Cole Hudson. Go down to the tennis ball toss table and collect your prize.
Welcome back here. We are still at halftime here. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, we're on the wedge Henthorn, also replay Rob in the booth. Todd Elvig has barely been in the booth. I don't know where he is now. But anyway, Tim, let's go over some halftime stats, which are, by the way, official.
Very official. Well, the main thing, it's 22-19 Jackson leading at half.
That is a good point. I was a terrible host there.
No, it's all good. 22. The reason there's a 3-point difference is because the GP's chasing those extra points, and then Jackson converts on a 2-point conversion. But that being said, you got Aiden Ziomas is what, 225 yards according to replay Rob. And then about 40-some on the ground. He's accounted for all 3 touchdowns for GP, two rushing and 1 passing, I believe. So, and then total yards, you got GP at 301 and Jackson at 279. So very, very close.
Yes, which is
indicative of the score almost. Very close score. Everything's pretty close, except time of possession. I would probably have to give a big margin to GP on that.
Huge. Yep. They had long, sustained drive, which, again, sometimes just doesn't matter because they can strike so quickly. But when we talked to head coach Joel Vincent of the Jackson Timberwolves, again, he's like, we're just mirrors of each other.
They really are. Yeah, they really are. They're just two teams that are just programmed to put up a lot of points.
And another huge story. In the first quarter, the junior Maake Fafita going out in an injury. He was taken off on a gurney. We don't have any information. We just hope he's okay. We had a lot of hard hitting, some injuries. Manis went down, but he's back. Jackson's been okay. They had McAllister go down, but he's back. So you can tell these kids are just going hard, going at it.
And that's kind of what happens when you spread everything out and the plays get extended. You see a lot more injuries on those type of plays.
And once again, we've been talking in the booth. If you're Jackson, you're glad if you're Glacier Peak that they haven't had the ball in number 7, Daniel Harris's hands more. If you're Jackson, why aren't he getting the ball every other time?
Yeah, and speaking of that, it's a great segue. Arias, 2 receptions, 123 yards on 2 receptions. So he's averaging 60-plus yards at reception. So you're right. Just get him the ball. He's gonna gain 50, 60 yards.
When you see him out here, if you've never, and even on the field, you notice it right away. We noticed it last year, and I think he's even grown some. But it's not even funny. We can go down to Ron Henthorn. He is it's D1 and then everybody else.
Yeah. He's D1 Pac-12, so It's you're absolutely right. You look at him, and he looks like he's probably going to be playing on Sundays too.
He does. He looks like that now, and you don't know. Obviously, he could keep on developing.
Certainly, he's already got NFL speed right now today.
You saw it on the 81-yard pass. Ronnie called it out perfectly, where he had it 85%. Then he just went down a gear, and he let it rip.
Nobody's catching him in the open field.
So Jackson did win the coin toss. They deferred, and so they will receive first here in the second half. And speaking of Daniel Arias, he is back to receive.
And they're probably not kicking it that way.
Again with Nathan, let's see who. 32, and here comes Corwin.
Oh, and
he boots this one way back into the end zone.
He had some mustard on that thing. Went way over their heads. They were standing at about the 10-yard line. They didn't have a chance to field that one.
That is visions of Spencer Pettit. He used to boot him all the time.
He did. Almost 90% of his kicks were out of the end zone.
Getting word from our good friend David Kruger tonight. He's so versatile. He's covering MLB. Now he's at the Bothell Mullen game. Awesome atmosphere. He sent me a message. Jacob Sermon, 15 for 21, 253 yards. And here comes Jackson. And there we go. They get it to Arias. Ben Olesen.
And he's close to a first down. Let's see where I think they're going to give it to him. Generous spot. Giving him about 11 yards on that. But yeah, back to your point, just get it to him all night long. Here he is in the.
Sometimes you overthink it.
Down on the near side here.
So 1st and 10 here, Jackson, their opening drive of the second half. And they get it to Walsh. Walsh with a big hole, but it's closed quickly and nicely done there by Akinaga.
Yeah, and he kind of great open field tackle.
Sorry, Tim, halftime score just in Monroe 34, Cascade 0 at halftime.
That doesn't surprise anybody. Monroe's going to be the cream of the crop in Wesco, the Wesco 4A.
So 2nd and 9 here. Ben Olesen, the junior, rolls to his left. Now he cuts it up, and he's on his way.
Boy, he got right through the pocket, collapsed on him, and he just did the perfect thing and just ran it right up the middle. 17 yards.
Another first down by Jackson.
And Olsen's racking up the rushing yards.
Ben Olsen, the 5'11 junior.
Olsen about 70 yards rushing right now.
1st and 10 at the mid-stripe. Here's Ben. Eludes.
Oh, geez, he's eluding a lot.
And he gets out of trouble, but this time he goes all the way back. And
he's going to get a flag.
Ben Olesen.
Roughing the passer, number 38 is going to pick that up. I don't know about that call. They didn't blow the whistle, so
Well, Ben Olesen did a nice job selling that one. Give him credit. Lake Stevens putting it on 51-6 over Mount Vernon. Give you some scores when we get them.
We're going to hear going to be roughing the passer. I think that's a pretty easy call.
See if Jim Broughton puts it on.
So basically, unlike the NFL, where it's an automatic first down and 15 yards, it's 2nd and 10 still after a 15-yard penalty because they just take it from the spot of the foul and go up 15 yards.
2nd and 10, Ben Olesen.
He's
now
in
he's got
trouble.
early, he just gets it rid of it. It's caught!
Are you kidding me? By Navarro. And he kind of throws it up for grabs. A dangerous play by the quarterback, but heads-up play by Navarro to come back and just take it away.
Dawson Crosby on the tackle for GP.
And again, if you were watching that, the defense just had him. I mean, they're putting all kinds of pressure on him, but Ohsman just a master at getting away from them.
Josh Erling with the pressure.
And this is timeout on the field?
Is there a timeout?
Something's stopping the game here.
Ronnie, you have any idea what's going on down there, buddy? Oh, now we can't hear Ronnie. See if it's a clock issue or what, but we'll try and get Ron's mic going. 3rd and 6 on the GP 47-yard line. Fake the handoff. They pitch it out. It's incomplete.
No good. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. And Glacier Peak dodges a bullet with that roughing the passer penalty.
They do. He's trying to go to Pellegrino.
Going to probably have to punt that from the field position they're on.
And they were humming here. They had Arias got the catch. Ohsman was getting out of trouble.
Yep, then they had the roughing the passer. So a lot of things going their way, and it just kind of stalled on them.
Back to punt is McAllister. You know what they were talking about there, Ron? We'll see. Ron, chime in here, and we'll see if your mic is working.
Ron's giving us the no-go signal.
Yeah, he's trying hard. Todd getting his exercise tonight up and down. Here's the punt. He gets off a pretty good one. Back is Bo Burns.
It takes a good Glacier Peak bounce there.
And be around the 16-yard line.
Evan Manis was kind of hovering around that ball a little bit.
So now GP's got their work cut out for him. Aiden Ziomas. See what the young man can do. Now we know what defense is playing Baby Z feel like.
Yes, exactly.
With Ben Ohsman.
Great point. Because he's doing the exact same thing to us.
Last week in their win, Ben Ohsman 10 for 46 yards rushing with a touchdown. So here
and he's only a junior as well, folks.
Yes, he
right?
is.
So you're going to see him next year, no doubt.
Here's the handoff. This looks like Collins, and they'll give him 2 or 3.
Yeah, not having too much success on going up the middle.
22-19, 9:37 just to start here the second half.
Navarro on the tackle there.
Navarro's just everywhere. Already an interception tonight.
A touchdown as well.
Baby Z rolls down to the right looking. And he delivers. It's bobbled but brought in by Evan Manis.
Good heads-up play by Evan. He almost dropped that, and even with a defender on him, he was able to get control of that again. Still a little short of the first down. They're going to give him, they're saying 3rd and 2.
McAllister on the tackle for Jackson. Head coach Joel Vincent, if you're looking for him on the sidelines, good luck. He's right up here in the booth. It's 3rd and 2, Baby Z. And now he's going to tuck it and run.
Ooh, and what a juke he put on. He put on a juke, and it just, and I think that's Navarro.
He's down 35, and it is, and Navarro.
Oh, man. And he's getting up, though.
Castro wants to see if he's all right, and then he sits down again. That is an exciting
He ran about
6.
40 to gain 6.
Then
but
he went
put
sideways.
Some moves on. I mean, he can go east and west like Barry Sanders.
That's what they call cold-blooded.
It is. It's just cruel.
That's an ankle breaker right there. Navarro kind of
I think Navarro's coming off the field. He's tough, though. He got just last year he got absolutely lambasted on a play. Had to come out, and he ends up coming back in. So he's a tough competitor.
See what's going on here. 1st and 10, Baby Z back. Now he's getting pressure. runs out of traffic and he gets all the way to the 9-yard gain.
I can tell you right now, they're feeling just having Navarro out on one play. They're feeling it.
Yep. They spread out Arias back there. And for defensive linemen, at number 52, Masungo, he had him dead to rights, as many do. 2nd and 3. This one caught by Burns. He's got a first down now. All kinds of Timberwolves, and Arias brings him down.
Good catch. He bobbled it, too, and was able to get control of it. It's not raining out there.
No.
We have to go to Ron and get the weather report.
We can if the mic worked. Oh, there you are.
It's working?
Oh,
yes,
look at that.
Hey.
The wedge is back.
You got me turned on. Wonderful. It's a nice night out here.
All right. It's not there's a lot of bobbling going on, but it's dry down there, right?
1st and 10, their own 43. Ziomas, plenty of time now.
All day.
Goes in between two defenders.
They're looking for a flag out there. They're trying to sell a flag, but not happening.
Trying to go to Collins on that, and to bring up 2nd down.
Talk to us, Ron.
Ron sounds great now. He's money.
Ron's back.
Todd back in the booth. Boy, you're getting your steps in tonight. It's a new.
You got your Fitbit on?
It's a new workout craze. You know, going across the nation, running up and down stairs. 2nd and 10 at their own 43. 7:40 left to go here in this 3rd quarter. Zioma's back to pass one more time. He's going deep. He's got Burns.
Oh!
Can't hold on.
Right through his hand, but he had to dive. It went through his hands, but he was diving, so that would have been a tough catch.
Let's go down to Ron. It looks like he just at the last second, Ron, had to make an adjustment on that ball.
He made a little adjustment, but anytime the ball hits your hands, you got to catch it, man.
Spoken from a true receiver.
I'm sure Bo Burns is going to look at that and be mad at himself. He knows he should have caught that.
That would have been a fantastic catch, though.
Bo with already 1 touchdown tonight. 3rd and 10, their own 43. Collins now, he gets out. And Ziomas is going to go to Collins. He catches it past the mid-stripe.
Oh, look at Collins.
And he fights for maybe a first down. Where are they going to spot it?
Where are they? That's going to be very close.
What do you think, Ron?
Ooh, it might be worth a measure.
A couple inches short.
They're saying 4th down.
Let's take another look. They're saying 4th and 1. You're seeing the replay right here as Collins, he needed to get.
You need to get
47 and a half. Back to live. Big play here, 4th and 2. Now they look up.
Oh, GP is going to take a timeout.
Okay, and we're tracking the timeouts. We think GP got an extra one.
Timeout GP. They're saying that's their first one of the half.
So we will take a break here. Tonight's Friday Night Lights, presented by our good friends Lake Stevens Ace Hardware.
When you shop at Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens, you not only find what you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware in Lake Stevens. We are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks.
Back here, 4th and 2. A big play here in the second half. 22-19, Jackson up. Ziomas looks over. Broken up trying to go to Bo Burns, and it was number 3, Pellegrino for Jackson, and the Timberwolves kids are fired up.
I'm surprised. I think you keep that in Aiden's hands there. 4th and 2, spread it out and just somehow figure out a way for him to get 2 yards.
A huge stop there.
That was huge.
They were driving once again. 8th play of the drive and turns over, and now Jackson goes to work. On their own 49, Ben Olsen, he's been brilliant. Rips one right to Navarro.
Navarro's back in the game.
And he's a little wobbly getting up.
It did look like he was a little wobbly, but I'm telling you, he's tough.
6-yard pickup there for Navarro. Not sure where he's playing on Saturdays.
He definitely could be playing on Saturdays.
Always got to know where number 7 is. Arias is in the far slot. 2nd and 3. Olsen gets it to Navarro one more time. Navarro now.
That. Oh, and he just won't go down. Evan Manis comes from behind and has to take him down.
And Navarro's trouble getting up again. And he scoots himself out of bounds. He hurt himself, and he's...
Man, God, when he's hurting like that, you don't want to risk him for the entire season.
No,
he just is hurting on every play. But again, that tells you how tough he is. He's got that desire to be in the game. Put me in, coach.
Man, he is a baller. 23-yard catch and run for Jonathan Navarro, and he was banged up. We've had a lot of injuries tonight. He was banged up on that one play, got back up. I think it was on defense when Ziomas kind of juked him.
Yes. Oh, he was injured before that, though, wasn't
Probably.
he? Yeah, he was injured before that play, I thought. And I think this is like the 3rd time he's got injured tonight.
Well, the coaches are always worried. Families, you look over, I can see Joel Vincent, and no one wants to see anything, but Navarro is
Navarro
special.
Going out, I mean, it's very similar to us losing Fafita.
Yep.
I mean, just you lose a really solid player on both sides of the ball.
You hope it's just cramps. As he tried to scoot himself out of bounds so he could get taken care of, and he didn't quite make it.
Very close, though, right on the line.
Want to remind everybody they can watch all the thousands of video archived on STSPN.com. Also our YouTube channel at STSPN.
Did we ever see what a score was on that Ferndale-Arlington game?
I never saw. We saw all kinds of scores, but never.
Because that's the big game
of
the
night.
night.
That one.
Both of those teams are highly ranked. Arlington coming off that huge win over Lake Stevens. I think this is the year Monroe finally takes care of Lake Stevens.
Yeah.
Plus they want to revenge that huge loss last year.
Oh, there's no doubt. Manis looking like he's going to rush. Olsen, he gets it. To Walsh, he loses it, but he grabs it right away. Heads up there by Nick Walsh. Did you see it again?
Almost turned that ball over.
.5:24 left in the 3rd quarter. The difference really on the 2nd touchdown, the point after try, no good, a muffed snap. Then the other touchdown, they tried to go for 2 and were denied for Glacier Peak. Ben Olsen, he's getting pressure from Manis. It's intercepted! Oh. The defensive lineman!
Wow. And give some credit to Evan Manis for putting that pressure and making the quarterback throw that quick ball. Who came up with
Anchor
Graves comes up with it.
The senior captain.
He's all jacked up down there, too. Look at him. Well, that was huge. And look at Rudd just jump on his helmet. Rudd, defensive coordinator's even fired up getting into the game. Anchor Graves gets to stay on the field. That's his reward for that.
He plays both sides of the ball. A huge loss early in the 1st quarter. Maake Fafita, we've been mentioning it. We hope he's okay. We don't have any updates there, but the first interception there for Olsen. And here's GP.
Oh, that looked like some type of broken play there.
Kind of did.
Oh, it looked like somebody threw a punch down there.
What's going on? There's Austin Scriver in there, another senior, the big fella, 77. He's got some equipment issues. And, we never give them enough credit, all the big boys up front.
We don't. And they deserve a lot.
Rightly so. The parents give us a hard time. 2nd and 10 here. The ball on their own 26. Ziomas.
Oh, and Bo Burns has the first.
First down, crossing the 35 to the 38-yard line. 12-yard pass for Ziomas. His numbers are just ridiculous.
Going to try to get into a little bit of tempo here.
Third quarter action here. 1st and 10. Baby Z. He's got one interception tonight. Now he scrambles.
Oh
Still
my!
on his feet. Finally barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. What a play.
But he jukes about 3 different players to get back to the line of scrimmage and saves himself about 6 or 7 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They're on their own 37-yard line. Clock a ticking. GP already took one timeout. Jackson with all their timeouts. Still in the third quarter here. Plenty of time. Some crazy plays. Rolls to the near side. Looking. Scriver holds him off. Now he can't hold him off. And Baby Z makes a move. And this time McAllister has seen it once. Not one more time. He'll get a nice gain, but to bring up 3rd and 3 or 4.
And what you watched on there is he had all kinds of time back and just couldn't find anybody open. But he ends up getting 5 or 6 yards on it.
On the near side, you see Bo Burns and holding that matchup. Good job there by the Jackson defensive backs there. It was great coverage. 3rd and 4, 6-yard gain there. Ziomas in the shotgun. They got something. Looks, now he's going to direct traffic.
Oh, and I think he got it with the little Russell Wilson move with putting the ball forward.
You never know. Going on Ron Henthorn, do you think those are designed runs, Ron?
No, I don't think it was a designed run. He just couldn't see his open players down here. He had a couple of guys open. He was just too short to see him, I think.
No one tells it like the wedge.
No, when you're 6'3" and still growing at Ron's age, everybody's a little shorter, you know? Except Daniel Arias. 1st and 10, big first down pickup. Now at 49-yard line. That could be a holding. Ziomas.
And they end up getting him.
No, unbelievable,
They end up getting him for a sack for the first time of the night. Or no, they did get him a couple times earlier.
And that's Jonathan Navarro back in the game with a big tackle.
He's back in the game. Oh my goodness! And look how he disrupts the whole line there.
Loss of 2.
Yeah, Todd's saying he's faking it. Basically, it's like a soccer injury.
I don't think so.
No, he's just kidding.
2nd and 12, 149 left in the third. Fakes it to Anderson. Now he gets it to Bo Burns on the slant. Bo spins and almost gets a first down.
I think he's gonna be very close. Couple extra moves there by Bo Burns. Oh, they're not going to give him a generous spot, so he's going to be a good yard short on that.
Signature Glacier Peak play there, the slant. 11 yards pickup.
Needed 12. Got 11, so it's not going to be 4th and 1.
3rd and 1.5. The board is wrong. They're going to fix it. There they go. 3rd down. Ziamos open to Anderson. And John Paul J.P. Anderson, he gets down inside the 25.
Great little play. Picks up, 16 yards right down the line. Big 3rd and 1 conversion there.
This will be the 7th play of the drive. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Anderson to the left. Ziomas. He gets it, strike it, it's complete to Castro, who's been relatively quiet tonight, but he's down with the first down up to the 6-yard line.
Great catch by Castro. Hangs on to it and even dives forward for an extra couple, just for good measure.
18-yard.
It looks good completion. On film.
It really does. And David Castro, who was just spectacular in the opener and And then had a great game last week as well. He's been relatively quiet.
Well, he's only been quiet because GP's got so many other targets that they're going to.
Good point. I hate it when you make good points. Ziomas.
Oh, and it's Evan Manis, and he
touchdown Grizzlies.
And he bullies his way right across the line. The sleeper pick of 2017.
4 touchdowns now in the year. He had 3 in one game last week. Look at it one more time, Tim Boyle.
Watch him plow through at the end. They have him at the line, having him about the 1, and he says, "No, thank you."
6-yard pass completion. Evan Manis, and he did everything on his own.
Absolutely. So now that puts them up by 3. I just kicked the extra point here.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Go up by 4.
Braden Corwin on for the extra point, the sophomore. Anchor Graves now, they switch.
Now they need to get the snap right here.
That's been an issue. That's a decent snap. Christie with the hold. It's up, and it is good.
All right. 26-22 Grizzlies.
Did you know that Speedway
The man
Chevrolet
said he
is
was
part
back,
of the
and
Lee
he just
Johnson
proved
Auto
it,
family?
man.
That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Oh, don't worry about it.
We're back. There's some chit-chat there between replay Rob Wygant and Tim Boyle. Scott Ohsman along here, the 5-tool player. And as usual, I mean, it's unbelievable when these two play. It doesn't matter if it's on basketball, if it's a soccer game, it doesn't matter.
I know, and it turns into a track meet tonight.
It's incredible.
The football games they've played have been just absolute gems.
They have. 7 plays, 75 yards. Evan Manis, TD.
That's going out of bounds.
And
oh no!
Corwin.
It just catches the back of the pylon. I thought it looked like it was heading out of bounds, but it had some backspin on it.
McAllister had to go over to the long jump pit. Don't we have a ball boy for that?
You would think. Well, there's budget cuts.
There is. Things are things. They're got to be tight. So Jackson here. Let's see now how they counter. We have had lead changes galore here. It's like a basketball game. Ben Olsen, the crafty junior, and he's crafty, slips in.
Look at that.
First down, pitches it to Navarro.
Wow.
Oh, that was Walsh. Are you kidding me? That's Nick Walsh.
He basically ran an option downfield.
That's unbelievable.
Wow. Man.
How many yards? 28 yards. I look over at Joel Vincent. He's stoic.
What a great play call.
1st and 10 now on the 48, and it looks like somebody's calling a timeout. And we will take a timeout as well. Do not even think about going away.
Your dreams evolve, and with committed support, they thrive. American Family Insurance.
Back here in the booth, This is an APB calling Lou Bunt. We need a Wesco prop maybe here at Veterans Memorial.
We have a code brown in the booth up here. Something happened, and we don't know. We're trying to get to the bottom of it, no pun intended. But, oh, my goodness. Who ordered the dead buffalo?
Just, wow. Usually when it's warm in here, it's easy to point fingers.
Sorry, folks. We took it to a whole new level. It could be – it almost smells like that Snohomish aroma sometimes.
Oh, yes.
Get. You know, like
maybe the wind shifted.
I think the wind did shift.
We need an agricultural consult. Well, we'll persevere as we do always. We're tough. 1st and 10 at their own 48. And it's now the 4th quarter. That was the quarter change, kids, not a timeout. Erling!
Oh!
Almost gets to Ben Olsen, and he just
Erling,
it.
Man, he was close to getting a roughing the passer there. If you watch this, he kind of hammers him after the throw, but no flag. It was but Olsen's asking for a flag. He's trying to sell the flag out there.
Oh, my God, he's Tom Bradying him right now.
He is. Hey, and this reminds me, we got this code brown. Remember last time we were doing a game with Jackson there? He had the throw up on the field.
The
or 2 games ago.
Yeah, yes. Wesco throw up.
Yeah. Always an adventure when we play Jackson.
2nd and 10 again from their 48. Ben Olsen. There's movement.
That's going to be a false start. That's going to back him up 5 yards. So Glacier Peak's trying to get the crowd into it. We haven't seen very many procedural penalties tonight on either team.
And you're a little bummed out.
I am. I like to get fired up about the penalties, especially when they're bad.
I've got an extra ref shirt when I refed, and we're gonna make this happen somehow. And STSPN will be there to cover it. We're gonna get a practice or something. Tim is gonna be a ref.
We got to talk about that offensive pass interference call from last night when we get a break.
Goodness gracious, that was
horrific.
That should be illegal. 2nd and 15. Ben
that's
taken down by 37.
Is that Johnson?
We don't know because
I think
Drew Johnson.
It's Drew Johnson, and that's the 2nd time he's come through. And he came out of nowhere and like a Mack truck just plows through, and you'll see it again right here. And he comes in unmolested.
That is a free pass. Nothing Ben Olsen could do. 3rd and 23.
And what do you get in the playbook for? I think you got to get it up to Daniel Arias somehow on 3rd and 23.
You know, I agree. Olsen, he's got a lot to make up. Bakes it. Good ball skills by Ben. Crosses
and he
the
almost
mid-stripe.
gets it. He gets about, 15 or 16 of those back?
He's baking and baking. Look at him.
Now, when it's 4th quarter, I think they're gonna go for this. They're at the mid stripe basically, and
that's why that was a big play.
Yeah, he needed to get about that much to make them put this in 4-down territory. Daniel Arias is saying, "Give me the ball." I could see the body language. He's like saying, "Get me the ball."
Look at him when he just passes by. 4th and 8. Olsen, Erling, and Chase. He finally has to get rid of it. Goes in. It's almost caught by Holden.
Off the fingertips of Holden.
Oh, that's Pellegrino. My bad.
And Olsen makes a great play. He's being chased. He's on the run. That's a tough throw.
4th and 8, and they get to stop, and now it'll turn it over again to Glacier Peak.
And Glacier Peak gets great field position about the 49-yard line, just short of the mid-stripe there, and they'll take that field position any day.
Well, we're not quite there, but last year in the epic comeback with 3:19 left, the GP defense stopped Jackson on a 4th and 1, and that led to a touchdown to take the lead. Here we go, Baby Z, now from their own 49, throws it!
He caught it.
Did he catch it?
It looks like, they're saying no catch.
David Castro, the intended, he spins it.
See that on replay. It almost looked from here like he caught it, and Castro was selling it like it was a catch, but as he should.
Ron, did you get a good look at that?
No, I wish I did. I got blocked out by some players.
Just wedge yourself in there.
I was going to say, I mean, you said it for me.
Get on the field there.
2nd and 10, their own 49.
Oh, and
And Navarro says, not this time. No, sir.
And Ziomas tried putting one of his juke moves on it, but Navarro's a great tackler.
And Navarro, who is injured, he scooted himself off. It must have been a cramp, hopefully, or something.
Navarro playing both sides of the ball. I actually think he's a better defensive player.
He's
good both sides.
Yeah.
But either way, I think he's just really effective on defense.
You saw him walking back, and he just felt like he's saying, you know what, I'm tired of that, Aiden Ziomas, number one. I'm tired of you getting out of my hands.
He was having none of that.
Arias comes down. This is tough. They roll out. Navarro waiting for him. He skips through. I don't know how he even got through that. He's well short of a first down, and Navarro down again.
It looks like he's cramped up almost. Now, here's the thing. He got enough yards where they're going to think about it here.
The same situation Jackson just faced.
Yeah, exact same situation.
Instead of 4th and 8, now they're 4th and 9 as they all look to the wristbands.
Yeah, now, you can kind of tell see how far back he goes into the shotgun.
26-22, 8:50 left in this ball game. 4th and 9. Junior Baby Z, he's got Briggs to his right.
See, they were trying to draw they wanted to draw him offside because he wanted a 4th and 4, but didn't work.
And GP has to burn their second timeout.
Is that their second of 5 timeouts they get on this half?
And we have plenty of timeouts left. Come on back.
When you shop at Ace Hardware and Lake Stevens,
maybe
you not
one of
only
those
find what
timeouts.
you need, we make sure you get the help you need too. Hi, this is Gray Eaglestead, and I own Lake Stevens Ace Hardware with my wife Christine.
We'll greet you at the door and answer any questions you have about what you need. We're all about serving our customers and our community.
We support local high school sports and many other Lake Stevens organizations and events throughout the year.
So the next time you need something for that job around the house and a little friendly advice, come see us.
Ace Hardware and Lake Stevens, we are the helpful hardware folks.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Well, we're good back now. Are we back? Yes, we are. Welcome back. 4th and 9, a GP timeout. A lot of conjecture and discussion in the booth in that timeout. Replay Rob, he wants him to punt it. Why don't these teams
there's a good
punt?
chance that he does punt it here.
Scriver with a good snap.
Nope.
He's looking. Now he runs it,
Yeah,
but he's got nowhere to go. And great play there. One more time, finally catching up to him. It's Elvis Musungo.
And it looked like he had room if he would have run out around the corner, but if he would have gone to his left, but tried to go up the middle and just nothing there. So turnover, back-to-back turnover on downs at about the same spot on the field.
We have literally gone like 10 yards.
1 yard. Not even, no, because it wasn't.
Even.
Not even, yeah. 1 yard.
Oh.
Fourth quarter with 8:34. These possessions are going to be, they're very important.
Well, 8:34, the clock ticking. Ben Olsen, he's been tremendous tonight. Lets it go, and Arias is free, catches it at the 20.
Oh, and the ref gets in his way.
And he's not going to, none of that. Look at that.
He just kind of pushed him aside.
Seriously? 51-yard pass, touchdown, his second tonight. He had 4 last year, and look at that. I mean, that's just men amongst boys. That's just ridiculous.
It is. I mean, when he got that, you just knew he was going to be in the end zone.
He even ran over the ref.
You know, the ref was totally in his way, and he still got there.
On for the extra point is Philip Brass. And it's blocked.
Oh, it is blocked. Oh, and I thought for a second it was going to be another roughing the passer. Now, was that Evan Manis that got the piece of that?
It might have been Manis. We might have that on the replay, but it's Evan Christie who came up with the ball, and that's a big stop right there.
I tell you what, on every one of those extra points, they are going all in
They must have seen something on tape, and that negates the missed PAT for Glacier Peak.
Now it makes it a 2-point game, so, I mean, realistically, a field goal can win it for Glacier Peak.
The Timberwolves take the lead one more time with 8:23.
This has all the makings of whoever has the ball last is going to win.
They seem to all have that
They
makings. Do. Is it like 2 in the morning yet?
On the East Coast.
9:23 here, Pacific Standard Time.
We probably got East Coasters watching this game.
We usually do.
Grandparents, aunts, uncles. Although the grandparents usually don't stay up that late.
No, they DVR this. Huge shout out to Wesco. I don't smell Colton Bunt. Yes, over there. He just head over there recently, not too long ago, over to the Central Washington. Brass, he hits it and
going to be fielded.
It is fielded around the 8-yard line. Trying to see who that was. Number 36. That's Patrick McKenzie. I should know 36. Of course. So nice little return.
Made his debut in the broadcasting booth a few years back.
So where are they going to spot him here?
He got that up to about
28.
the 27, 28.
Replay Rob out of the booth. You know it's a good game if Replay Rob's still around.
But he left.
I think he's coming back, though.
I think he got an important phone call.
I think he did. 1st and 10. Ziomas. Just always a barn burner. And Ziomas looking to pass, wants to be careful. He finds Manis.
Oh, and he's got
Manis
some room.
has a room, and he makes a move, and he gets to the 45. I think young Baby Z, as you see another time, Evan Manis, your sleeper, does a good job there. But he's passed for coming into the game tonight. He's just crazy. 700, almost 800 yards. He only had 2 interceptions once tonight. I think he's trying to be careful, which is good.
350 tonight probably.
Yep. Ziomas tucks it up. He gets away, but not this time. The second sack for big Jonathan Navarro.
And the funny thing is, if you watch this, they push Navarro out of the way. They get him out of the play, and he still comes back and gets the sack.
Oh, that was the last play. Look at our nifty graphics. It's going nuts. 5-tool player is playing with a tool there. He's just nonstop hitting the graphic button. He's so excited. 2nd and 15. How you doing? Good. 41-yard line. He gets it up, and it's Holt. Holt shakes a tackler, and he still going.
He's still on
it's now Jackson has the ball.
He fumbled it. Oh, and that's going to be a crucial fumble there. Oh,
and he tackles, and he just comes down. And I don't know if that's McAllister. We got strangers, which we love. We welcome everybody here in the STSPN booth. This guy just comes and sits down. He must have had
sits down in the booth. And
he must have been. He thought this was a suite or something. I'm not sure. So Ben Olsen, the Jackson Timberwolves, their second turnover for GP. He runs out of trouble there. Now he looks up, scrambling, scraping, gets it up, and it's complete to Walsh.
Oh, and he breaks a bunch. Oh! He breaks about 6 tackles there, and they just can't bring him down.
And now the Timberwolves are getting jacked up as they should because they feel it. They have not won in 3 tries against Glacier Peak. With 6:49, they're up by 2 and driving.
Boy, and Jackson's offense is ready to roll here.
The mojo has turned. Great turnout as usual by the students. Tim, whiteout for Glacier Peak. It's blackout for Jackson.
Jackson's wanting to turn the tables on Glacier Peak here with all these comebacks in the 4th quarter by the Grizzlies. Now it's Jackson's turn, though they're ahead 2 points right now.
And this time it's Big Navarro. He is a load, and it takes a group of GP tacklers to get him down, and he is, I think, going to get another first down.
At about 5 yards in, he just turned his back and just started running backwards and took about 3 defenders with him. See where they marked that.
I guess he's going to be short. They're kind of looking at the chain gang is like, we going? And that is a Jackson first down on the 14-yard line. Navarro gets the ball one more time. Nice hole. Just tripped up down to the 5.
No, and he looks like he's slow to get up again.
I think that was your boy Evan Manis who got a hold of him.
Touchdown saving tackle for there.
Heston Pettis was there, and he didn't want any of that. Gain of 7. 2nd and 3. Ball on the 7-yard line.
Huge drive here for Jackson. They're wanting to punch it in, and just seal the deal here.
Area split wide to the near side. Evan Manis on him. They hand it one more time to Navarro, and this time the GP defense does a nice job.
2nd and 3, they might have it.
And Navarro is slow to get up almost every single time.
And he's just the workhorse for them right now. I wonder if they realize they also have Daniel Arias over there. They can get the ball to. But Navarro's just doing all the work.
You see Tyler Thomas, 6'2". I thought he was trying to motion, get Navarro a breather. And I mean, Arias could play running back. He could play wide receiver, quarterback.
Yeah, you definitely give him the ball. I'm sure he could easily play running back.
Single receiver, wide out of screen. High snap, no.
I think it was a fake. I think the ball's on the ground, though.
Got to see that again.
I think it was a faked high snap.
And Navarro again, yes, a little wildcat.
Wildcat.
Yep. Nice
he
sell
fumbled
job.
it, though. I think they were calling him down, but that ball definitely popped out.
But he got the first down, so now it's just 1st and goal at the 3.
Now, if you're Jackson, you just want to wear the clock out right here. Glacier Peak not doing real well with their timeouts tonight. They've only got 1 left, and they'd like to have 3 right here.
No Maake Fafita. He went out with an injury in the first quarter. Ben Olsen now he gets a timeout. It's the first one taken by Jackson. And we will take a timeout to one of our favorite places, Fred's Rivertown Ale House, home of the upcoming podcast. That's all we're going to say. Come on back.
That was beautiful. Basically, yeah.
Just talking about our surprise guest. He looked like we should have just given him a headset. I mean, put him on. I have no idea who he was.
I think we're going to have to tighten security here in the booth. We don't. I don't know what the security level is here, but just some guy just sits down in the booth and starts watching.
So
bizarre.
Funny. So funny. 4:15 left in the game. The T-Wolves up by 2, and they are on the doorstep.
They're coming out quick. Look at this formation they got going
New
here.
formation. It's back to Navarro Wildcat, and
he's in.
Drives in. Touchdown, Timberwolves.
They come out with an odd formation, and they come out really fast. It's almost like Glacier Peak wasn't ready to have them snap the ball. But they just come running out of the timeout there.
But you see Victor Johnson, 55 for the Grizzlies. I mean, he's 5'11", 240, and he had a tough time getting Navarro to the ground.
And here's an interesting.
Yeah.
You got an 8-point game right now. So if Glacier Peak can somehow stop this extra point, you're a one-possession game.
Always bringing up good strategery.
And that's why I said earlier those points matter. Don't chase them all night long.
They're gonna go for 2. Daniel Arias.
Interesting.
Split lone receiver out of your screen on the near side,
and
the
they
ball's
don't get
down. And that is a big
that is
play.
Monstrous. That just made it a one. Now, do you think you think the smart play is to go for 1 point just to get up by 9? Now
Why
you got
wouldn't you?
Maybe they just don't have any confidence in their kicking game. I don't know.
Well, he did get the one block, but other than that,
I know they've been putting them through.
Bross has
Interesting.
been good.
Sometimes I just don't know what's going on.
Ron Henthorn, have any? You want to join in the pontificating here of why in the heck wouldn't you just kick a field goal?
I'm kind of on your side, guys. I would have kicked the field goal. You got a definite win that way.
I can just run over to the other booth and just ask Joel Vincent. I mean, he's right here. Maybe we can we mic him up?
Just to be clear, it was an extra point, not
Yes,
a
it
field
was.
goal. But
Yes. Sorry, that was my mistake as usual. I'm up to 15
just in
on
case
this
somebody's
broadcast.
not.
What's
just
my
in case
stats,
people
Rob,
are
on
listening.
mistakes?
He can't count that high.
That's a good point.
17.
Thank you,
look
Ronnie.
at Ron
Ronnie
chimes in
always
with 17.
following.
Now, what are they going to do here?
Brassy
Kick it
kicks
away.
it off, and it's taken around the 15
Castro.
by Castro.
Uh-oh.
David Castro.
Look, nice little run back by Castro up to the 35-yard line.
That is big.
Give him a little bit of field position there.
What I want to know is what is this 28 guy doing? He's just standing there.
With 4:11 left to go in this game, GP's got plenty of time to score twice.
They do, both sides.
It's going to take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
So they'll start.
Navarro in here. Yep, he is. He's the guy that seems to be getting all that penetration.
He does, and he's just so hard to block. This time he sits back, and Ziomas finds Manis. Manis has to hang on to that ball, and a huge group of tacklers come over, and they'll give him the gain for 13 and a GP first down.
Great play by Manis.
It depends, like you're saying, Tim, when they send Navarro, it's a different deal for Baby Z.
It is. He's the guy they can't seem to elude.
1st and 10, now up their own 47, Ziomas. Time, another crossing, Bo Burns, and he runs right into Navarro, and Navarro just throws him to the ground.
Kind of had to catch that from behind.
Second and 7, 3:31. You see the clock ticking at the bottom of your screen. Ziomas looking for Holt, gets him.
He's got to get out of bounds.
But nicely played there by the Jackson Timberwolves.
So 3rd and 5 maybe, but the clock is starting to become the enemy. Glacier Peak's going to need to start running some plays at the sideline. Or pick up first downs, but they need to stop the clock.
Mateo Fisher on that tackle, and Glacier Peak, they burn timeouts. They only have one left. 3rd and 7. Danson, Ziomas finds it open. Grizzly, it's caught, and that's a Grizzly first down. It's Tyson Holt. And they're still dragging him down. Arias trying to pull the ball.
Let's see what kind of there should have been his forward progress was stopped, and they
right up here at the 39.
See what kind of
he's barely got a first down. Are you kidding me?
He was 5 yards ahead of the flag, and they just pushed him back. There should have been forward progress and at least another 5 yards on that play.
Interested to see what Ron, but they do give him the first down.
The clock's the enemy right now.
1st and 10 now at the Jackson 42. Here comes trouble. Ziomas, fast feet. Tosses it in double coverage, really out of bounds. That was going to Holt. but he was double covered.
Yeah, it was almost more of a throwaway play for Ziomas, and probably the right play. Stops the clock with the incompletion. But a lot of pressure on Baby Z there.
You got something, Ronnie?
It definitely was a throwaway.
That last place run, I know they gave him the first down. Looks like the spot was weird. I guess who cares now? We're moving on. 2nd and 10. Boys getting gassed. Ziomas trying to get to the corner.
Oh!
McAllister.
Nice tackle. Kind of throw. See
and
if they.
Look where he got him. This could be one of Tim Boyle's. Oh, he kind of spun him.
Looked like for a second it looked like a little bit of a roughing play of some sort, but
he did. With 2:23 gets out of bounds.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. This is a huge 3rd down. I don't think you want to get it to 4th down right here.
Just because of the time, it depends.
Yeah, no time or one timeout.
They need 2 scores. Baby Z looking now, nothing. Now goes back, and he's in trouble.
Oh.
And there's a flag at the end.
I'm not sure where that's going. I know face mask. Oh, that's going to be a painful one.
A huge mistake there by the Jackson Timberwolves.
Well, it does a couple things, Scott. One, it stopped the clock, and that clock would have been running right now, and now it's going to give them 15 yards. It would have been 4th down. Now it's 1st down. That's just the worst thing that can possibly happen. Ooh, did they not pick up the first on that?
That's just a 5-yard grabbing.
It's a 5-yard grabbing.
But they do get the 3rd down over again, though. So that's huge. Stop the clock. It looks like it's going to be like 3rd and 1 now.
And I said my 18th mistake tonight. I said 2 scores. They just need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. Ziomas, 3rd down. Can he get the first? Yes, and more. Baby Z slides wisely to the 20 before getting cracked, and that's a big play. 13-yard pickup by the Baby Z.
Now, it's a great play. But one, it's the pocket collapsed on him. He had a great run, and he does the wise thing and slides, gets the first down, stops the clock. All kinds of positives there.
Now under 2 minutes to go. Collins to his right. Baby Z looking. Got a wide open Castro. He didn't know it was coming.
He was wide open across the middle, and I don't think he wasn't ready for the ball yet. Didn't burn up too much time,
and this hurry-up offense, you can see a lot of the kids with their hands on their hips.
Oh, yeah, they're gassed. And I think GP's at the time of possession battle.
There's no doubt. Ziomas now switches Collins to his left. 2nd and 10, ball at the Jackson 21. Time, looks across, wide open Holt. And Holt gets it down inside the 5, right at the 5. And boy, Holt has been big tonight.
And more importantly, he gets the first down, stops the clock. Good heads-up play by Ziomas. Had a lot of time back there. And
16-yard completion here. Now 1st and goal from the 5. Alex Collins, the running back. Ziomas, is he going to run it? Looking, nobody's there. Wide open touchdown, Glacier Peak. Bo Burns.
Bo Burns comes through huge. Oh, my. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. A crucial 2-point conversion coming up.
And
crucial.
If you're head coach Nick Bender, the Glacier Peak, do you call your timeout now?
No. I wouldn't take a timeout here.
Okay. And here it comes.
Yeah,
here comes the timeout.
I would have tried to save one, but yeah, hey, it may pay off for him.
So depending on the outcome of this 2-point attempt here, you guys, we're going to come up with the player of the game. So
boy, that's going to be a tough one.
Gonna pivot on.
Right now, we can't. It's too hard to say.
Let's get a quick break in here by Speedway Chevrolet.
Auto family. That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
This
is the game right here.
Everybody on their feet here. Jackson, in 3 tries, haven't been able to beat the Grizzlies. Ziomas, Alex Collins to his right. They're going to roll him right. Is he going to run pass option?
He's got
Ziomas to the pylon.
I think he's
Touchdown.
in. He's in.
2-point conversion, and it's a tie ball game, and Baby Z fires up the crowd.
And that's a smart play by Bender. Give it to Baby Z. He's the guy that's getting you those yards. He's the hardest guy to tackle out there. Great heads-up play. And we are tied, ladies and gentlemen. But the bad news is they got a minute 26. If you're GP, you got a minute 26 to try to stop Jackson.
You got 24-7.
Oh.
Daniel Arias.
And Daniel Arias is averaging like 50 yards a catch.
He has an 81 touchdown pass so far. Navarro has punched one in.
Boy,
I tell you what, a barn burner.
You got to make sure you don't kick this one out of bounds. You got to make him go the length of the field here.
Well,
and
I don't know.
Update out of Archbishop. It looks like 35-21 was going to be the final.
Bellevue. Well, at least Archbishop, we don't know what they came back after playing second string, but they scored 21. But I don't know what other games are going on Wesco, but this has got to be the best one.
As always.
Replay Rob looks like he really wants to say something.
Replay Rob's a little upset about something.
You didn't play well at golf today, you said? Is that what you're still disgruntled about? Here's the kickoff by Braden. And that's going to take it to the 6-yard line. Still hard to take down there. It gets out to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, if you're Glacier Peak, that's perfect. You don't want to break anything. Number 23 for GP looks like he's shaking up on the play.
He does, and that's Connor Stropp, who had a big play earlier, but want to make sure you know with 1:19, they're going to start from the 20. Jackson has 2 timeouts, Tim Boyle. And now you can hear the crowd. Arias, the receiver, now he's going to get it to him, and this is trouble.
Oh, they got it to him, and he was starting to broke a couple tackles.
Gets ahead of steam.
I think everybody in the crowd took a deep breath there. He still got like 7 yards on the play.
It is the shortest catch of the night at Rob.
They should just keep going to that. Well,
54. We got to get the scoreboard up on the bottom of the screen, and we'll get that for you. Ben Olson looks. Now he's going to go short to Walsh and Anchor Graves. A rare midfield tackle there by the big fella.
Are they saying he went out of bounds? It looked like he got him in bounds.
9-yard gain.
They're going to move the chains.
42 seconds left. We'll get the scoreboard back up.
Plenty of time with 2 timeouts, too, for Jackson.
Another first down. Arias out to go and get it. Here's Ben Olson. Pass is caught. This time it is Holden.
And he's still on his feet.
And Holden, what a move. And he gets all the way to the 41-yard line of Glacier Peak.
30 seconds left. They're going to start that clock once the chains get down there.
25-yard huge pass and run there by Holden. Garrett Holden, that's a huge play by the sophomore.
Oh, and then I think the GP use their timeout?
No, they don't have any. So that looks like a Jackson timeout.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hey, it didn't stop him before, right?
Didn't. So you want to talk about our Speedway Chevrolet player of the game here?
It's too difficult right now. You got Navarro's had an excellent game. You got Ohsman's had a phenomenal game. You got Daniel Arias. On GP, you got Evan Manis has had a good game.
Holt.
Aiden Ziomas has had a great game. Holt.
Tyson Holt.
I mean, it's just it's a tough one right now.
Anybody we missed, Ron Henthorn?
Not really missed, but if this does end in a tie, it'll be an overtime game from the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Ball is on the GP 41. 30 seconds left. One timeout left now for Jackson. Ben Ohsman in traffic, and he goes down.
I think it's a fumble. Oh, it looked like the ball came out.
Tony McDaniel, the sophomore, getting playing time for Maake Fafita and Many with a big sack right there.
Boy, now you're wondering if you're Jackson, you've had some couple close call there, do you just say, we'll take the overtime? I don't think they'll do that, though.
I don't think so. No timeouts. That's the last one.
The 5-tool players saying they're going to go deep to Arias.
Why wouldn't you?
I know. It's
5-2 players, right? That's what I would do.
Well, yeah, you just throw that sucker up in the air, and he's like 6'11".
He's 6'4". They're listed at 6'4", 200.
He's going to grab it.
A lot of pressure on the defensive backs right now. You got Evan Manis, who's been lined up with them all night. They've tried several people. Bo Burns, they've doubled him.
And I think your Glacier Peak's playing it a little cautious back there. It's like they got 3 safeties back there.
Joel Vincent, he's not happy about something.
I think Glacier Peak's happy to give up 5 or 6, but here we go.
Holden in motion across there. Now they're going to move Arias. Coaches screaming, and we saw Joel Vincent is the booth next to us. Ben Ohsman, 2nd and 15, back to pass.
Oh, there's a hold there.
Erling gets hit. It's caught by Walsh. First down
did he
and
get
out of bounds.
I'm not sure he got out of bounds.
Clock will stop for the first down,
They got away with a hold in the backfield.
Josh Erling.
They climbed on top of it. The ref was right there. I was surprised I didn't see some yellow come out.
Last year, a ton of penalties on both sides. 20-yard gain there. Now 1st and 10, 12 seconds left, no timeouts. GP 28-yard line. Arias, the single receiver on the right. Ben rolls to his left. Looking, now he just throws it away.
Smart play by Ben. That gives him 6 seconds. Now, are they in field goal range? Probably not.
But for Jackson, they had Arias on the right side. If you see that, he wasn't even in the play. Unbelievable.
Actually, if you looked at it, it looked like they had some pretty good coverage all over. So good heads up playing by GP in the secondary.
But
there.
we're talking about just get it to Arias,
just throw
and he's
it
not
up
even
there.
in that play.
He's quicker, he's taller, he can jump higher. The guy's an athlete, so you just try to throw it up that way. Now they got one play. I think you know what they're going to do here. I just throw it up for them.
Arias on the right side, single receiver. Ben Ohsman, Walsh to his left at the running back. He's looking that way. Now he looks left. He just hucks it to Arias. It's intercepted by Bo Burns.
Let's see what happens here.
6 seconds. No seconds left. Bo still on his feet. And he goes down at the 30. And we're going to overtime.
OT. Wow.
See it one more time. He tried, I think, to shake off the defenders, did Olson, then go to his right and just hucked it like we saw.
Came up short.
Now,
looked like there was some contact back there, too.
Some?
They let him play, refs. Wow.
Tim Boyle, why don't you tell our great viewers the rules of high school overtime?
The rules are just like college. Whoever wins the toss is going to get to choose whether they want to take the ball or defer, and they're going to get the ball on the 25-yard line, and it's just going to rotate back and forth. So college actually adopted this from high school. Remember, college used to have ties.
That's true. I don't like ties.
You might have been too young to remember.
I am. I'm much younger than you.
But back in the late 70s, you are.
Oh, my
but
goodness.
back in the late 70s and early 80s, I think they used to have the tie, and they stole the college football overtime.
Let's go down. You're seeing a picture of just kind of the open field here. Maybe Ron can get out and get the coin toss. We're not sure. Ronnie, what's the talk down there in the field? Overtime is not typical in high school football. Oh, we lost you then, Ronnie. There you go. Try it again. No, I don't know what's going on with Ronnie.
Mike's not working.
I'm just putting sliders up and down, pushing buttons on the audio board.
Don't remember GP getting into an overtime game.
I don't know. That's what I was just thinking to myself.
With Mount Si right here in like their second year in the playoffs. They got in an overtime game and lost to Mount Si, and it was because of a missed extra point, by the way.
Really?
That's how they ended up losing that overtime game.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Glacier Peak missing that extra point on a botched snap. Here you see the captains go out one more time. You got Scriver.
Yeah,
Baby
just think
Z
they make one of those extra
Hey,
points.
guys, shake hands again.
Here we go. We'll bring it to you live. Here's the mic on our head referee, Jim Broughton.
And you definitely want to be on defense here.
All right, guys, quite an exciting game, obviously. We're going into overtime. What we have, the winner of the coin toss gets to choose offense, defense, or a goal at the end of the field, which probably would not be a choice tonight. There's no wind, there's no mud, there's nothing like that. So the Grizzlies will not get to call the coin toss. Jackson, Timberwolves will get to call it. Who's going to call it? Okay, same old thing. Heads, tails. Tails has been called, guys. Heads, it is you won the toss.
GP wins the toss.
So we're going to go on defense first? Okay. Yeah, you guys want defense. Which goal would you guys like to defend? Which end of the field would you like to play at? Down one. Okay, so you guys are going to be on offense. So put your white over there with these guys. Grizzlies down here with me. Okay, guys, shake hands one more time. Let's have a great overtime.
So GP wins the toss, and they do the correct thing and elect to go on defense. Now, you want to do that because you get the advantage of seeing what happens if they kick a field goal, or if they don't score anything, then you know all you got to do is kick a field goal. So there's definitely you have the advantage when you're on defense.
Thank you for that, Tim.
There you go, Tim Boyle. The strategery, that's the behind the curtain stuff right there, only out here on STSPN. Now, Rob Wygant, replay Rob.
Deep.
He didn't play well at golf. The Cubbies lost, which is not good. He looks like he's packing
We're going to have
up.
to call him Angry Rob.
All right.
Are you leaving us, Rob?
He is. He's got a family issue. We'll hope everything's okay. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll set up overtime. STSPN Friday Night Lights.
This is our first ST.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Well, we're breaking new boundaries all the time here. I mean, we do it with the technologies. And I'll tell you what, Mariner scores in the first play. This just in first play of the floor, 21-14, Mariner up on Kamiak. But right here, the most exciting game, our first STSPN overtime game. Jackson gets it first at the 25. Ben Ohsman, he has played brilliant.
Oh, and he's going to all
kinds of trouble, and he's taken down. Oh, my, that's 38, which we do not have on our roster.
You're right, we don't, and he's going to lose about 10 yards. Now, the reason that's huge is because if they can't even get a field goal, then Glacier Peak knows that that's all they need to do in the overtime. So they're way out of field goal range now. generally at the 25, you're in field goal range, so you don't want to lose anything.
But if you're Jackson
Second
on the near
and
side,
21.
2nd and 21, you got big Daniel Arias on the near side, single coverage. And Ben goes the opposite way, and he'll just run out of bounds. Oh, what happened there?
The guy run into the ref, and the ref just kind of like it looked like the ref just pushed him down. Watch, you'll see it again here. It was kind of a blooper.
That was Drew Johnson.
The ref just like, no, get out.
You guys got me yet? Number 38 is 9 on your program, Juno Lindsay.
It is, because I was wondering where Juno Lindsay was. He must have left his jersey in the dryer. Because he has been big all season long. 3rd and 21.
Big play here.
They got to go. And they get
and he's
Walsh
got room.
wide open and barely taken down. What a tackle there by number 3, Akanaga.
Now it's going to be 4th and 5 or so. Do they have any type of field goal kicker?
So what do you think that field goal? It's either
I think they're not even going to consider
22.
it. They're not even going to consider it.
No. But they got
4th
to get
and
a first
7.
down.
This could be the game right here for Glacier Peak.
Arias one more time, the single receiver on the right-hand side. Walsh to the left of Ben Olsen. Manis looking to blitz. He rolls to the near side, looking. He's got a wide open Holden.
And
Touchdown!
comes down with it.
Timberwolves!
Wow. And that was clutch. Didn't he have a big touchdown in that same spot earlier in the game? In almost the same type of coverage.
4th and 7, and they nail it, and they go opposite side again. A huge catch by number 8, Garrett Holden, and he's just a sophomore.
Okay, now this is a huge extra point here. If they've been struggling with this could cost them.
GP blocked one earlier. Philip Brass, number 4, on for the extra point. The hold's good, the snap good, the kick's up, and it is good.
Another Evan Mann has roughed him again. Now the problem here is, I think that's going to count on the other side.
In the ensuing start.
But they're trying to say that he got a piece of it.
Yeah, they are down below. Our camera's just a little high.
It was good either way.
Let's go down to Ron Henthorn. Did you see? Did he really touch that, do you think?
I think he touched it a little bit, but he actually ran into the holder. So.
But if you touch it, you can. If you touch it, you don't. It doesn't matter.
I'm not sure who touched it. Somebody touched it. I'm not sure the one who ran into him touched it.
See now.
We had running into the kicker.
So they start with a 5-yard deficit there. It'll be 1st and 15.
It should be 1st and 10 though on the 30. They cost them the 5 yards, but it shouldn't be 1st and 15.
And now they're making that change. See, this is why you are the stripes in the booth.
I get a little nervous there for a minute. So they got away with one by only giving them 5 yards.
Yeah, they did.
Should have been 15.
Ziomis looking. He's got Collins open, but he goes downfield. It's caught. Boberg!
Touchdown! Glacier Peak! Whoa! One play, ladies and gentlemen.
30 yards, and he gets belted as he gets it off.
Wow, that was huge. Now, if you're GP, you could win it right here by going for 2.
Would you?
They're not going to.
Braden
I would think
Corwin,
about it.
the 5'9" sophomore. Ronnie, would you roll the dice and go for 2, or you just kick the extra point? We've been saying all night.
I'd kick the extra point.
He kicked it. You don't want to chase
The rule of
points.
thumb is when you're on the road, you go for 2 and try to, win it. When you're the home team, you usually kick the extra point.
Evan Christie with the hold. Corwin. It's up, and it is good. And we are tied
Ladies and gentlemen,
again.
If you left the broadcast, you've made a cataclysmic error in judgment. Of course, you're not here listening to me scold you either.
Text somebody, call somebody, email somebody. If they're not watching, STSPN.com.
Wake up the women and children and get them back here.
If you were another game and you're close, come on by. I think you can get in. Tightwad Hill's open.
It is.
Back more after Fred's Rivertown Ale House after this.
That was beautiful. Basically, yeah.
Back here, it's late night, Friday night on STSPN. Scott Ohsman, Tim Boyle, Ron, the Wedge Henthorn with you here. The 5-tool player, Todd Elvig, running the dials. Jesse on camera.
Now GP has to start here on offense.
That's right.
They switch off.
Ziomas, this time for the 25. He has to get rid of it. He
Uh-oh.
runs wide open. Castro, touchdown!
My! All they've had is 2 plays with 2 touchdowns. And Castro, welcome to the party.
If you got that on replay, I can't believe how far open he was. He was 10 yards away from the defender.
Yeah, and Ron's chiming in there saying that he was got about 10 yards. He was open by about 10 yards. Look at this. And he almost fell, too.
I don't think Ziomas could believe how open he was.
No, it was like, what? What is this?
Score a palooza here. So once again,
the pressure's going to be, now he's got to make this.
Braden Corwin.
He doesn't have to make it, but it's crucial that he does. Oh, and it was
bad
bounced
snap,
again.
but an
did it
unbelievable
go in?
job.
Oh,
it
my
did.
goodness.
Evan Christie might be our player of the game.
Geez, you might be right.
I mean, that's 3 times, I believe, he has had to pick it up in a hurry.
And the laces were forward. From Ace Ventura, remember that?
That is so good. That was a good note I heard on a replay, a highlight the other day. Ron Henthorn. It's past our bedtime, past our happy hour at Pablo's.
Pinch me, am I sleeping and dreaming? I mean, come on.
48-41.
I'm actually sleeping down here. It's kind of boring.
Here we go.
Ohsman rolls right. Walsh
giving
blocking
him time.
tons of time. Now they come after him. They spin him. He gets it out, and it's out of bounds. Oh, lucky there and smart by Ben Ohsman.
Risky play there. He almost just got throttled there in the backfield.
Risky business. T-shirt and briefs.
We got a flag down here on the near side of the field.
I know.
Something going on here.
That's an illegal man down. Yeah.
On
illegal.
Jackson.
I think I push him back, by the way, for sure. Push them back.
Well, this one outdoing the previous 3, I'd have to say.
Oh, yeah.
Glacier Creek trying to get their students into it.
See how 5-yard penalty.
If you're Jackson Timberwolves, I mean, you got to be saying to yourself, what in the world is it going to take to beat Glacier Peak?
I know, and well, it's still not over yet.
I mean, they've thrown everything at them.
They got a lot of weapons still. Now keep in mind, it's back to first down here.
Second overtime. First and 15. Now he's got traffic. I don't know if he can get rid of it. He can't. A huge sack by the Grizzlies there.
And Zach Johnson again, and Josh Erling in on it.
Always flexing.
Well, that's one way to
Drew
keep getting the ball to
Johnson
Arias.
with a little help. Now it's going to be second and
a long way.
They're back at the 38-yard line.
Oh. Ben Ohsman.
Second and 23.
That's a combo meal he did not order. Players trying to get the crowd. Ben rolls to the right, has some time, looking. Now has to tuck it and run. He's not going to get much. He's going to set up a
long
third.
Long third.
Oh, my bad.
It's going to be 3rd and 15 or so.
Great coverage then on the backside there. Glacier Peak doing a job.
Oh, 3rd and 20.
And
low
timeout.
Percentage.
Timeout.
You get a timeout in each overtime, so why not use it?
And we'll use it as well. Hang on. This could be fun.
I got a play off of it.
Second overtime, 3rd and 20. It's late night football in Snohomish. We hope the lights stay on.
Well, they'll have to put quarters in it and turn the dial.
Ben Olsen, 3rd and 20.
Uh-oh.
Going for Holden. He can't hold on.
I think GP got away with one there. It looked like there was a lot of extracurricular. No autopsy, no foul.
Aganaga on the coverage, and there's a lot of grabbing. That brings up the offensive pass interference last night in the Thursday night game.
That cost him the game.
It did.
That was not offensive pass. It was a little love tap. It reminded me of the Seahawks' first Super Bowl when they got that pass interference called.
He didn't even want to date him. I mean, that is like literally he barely touched him. None of that. 4th and 20.
Not even first base.
4th and 20. They got to get a first down. Olsen.
He's out.
It's over.
It's over.
It is over. Glacier Peak pulls off a 48-41 2-overtime win.
Oh, my. We promised you a game like this.
Player of the game, guys.
Wow. Oh, we got to.
Who is going to be the player
of the game?
Ron, do you have any thoughts? I
got to give it to Z for taking that 2-point conversion in the corner down there.
Yeah.
Z had some ginormous numbers tonight.
I mean, wow. Tyson Holt, 20, had a huge game. The defense came up huge. I mean, Evan Christie, the hold for those extra points.
I think we should give it to him.
I do too. Evan Christie, the holder. What do you think? I mean, Baby Z's got a closet full, and he's going to get a closet more. We're going number 28.
We're giving it to the holder.
Evan Christie.
He won the game for him.
Number 28.
Evan Christie.
28?
Yep.
28, Evan Christie.
All right, guys.
He picked up a couple huge extra points for him by pulling him off the turf.
This is a game for the ages, I tell you what. And Port Jackson Timberwolves, I mean, despite throwing absolutely everything, they were up with 3 minutes left.
Congratulations to Jackson. They put on a heck of a show. If you're a parent of Jackson or the coach, what a great game. They played so well. There's about 4 players we could have given it to on Jackson.
Gosh.
I mean, every time they put on a show. And this is free for people. We should be charging for this. Yeah, this is like pay-per-view material.
Get your Square out. Can't we take credit cards?
Man.
Oh, my gosh. Our Speedway Chevrolet STSPN player of the game, Evan Christie, the holder.
He's going to have a job in the NFL.
There's no doubt. I mean, to say it was dicey is an understatement. Here you go. And here we go. We got head coach Nick Bender down with Ron Henthorn. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Uh-oh, can't hear him yet.
You got me now?
There you go, Ron.
All right, down here with Coach Nick Bender. That was a heart stopper, Nick.
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to catch up to it, but no, I'm really proud of our kids in the fight and the resiliency they showed. They controlled their response the entire game, and luckily we just kind of edged it out there towards the end.
I definitely did edge it out the end. We thought it was kind of, Nick, tough way to go there right during the overtime.
It was. I mean, we've been in overtime positions before. A couple years ago, we went to 4 overtimes, I think, with Arlington. So we understood how it would go. None of these kids, actually, I think they were all in grade school when it happened, but luckily we were able to explain to them real quick on the sideline how it goes, and good things happen.
Did you call that last play with Aiden going into the corner on a called play?
Yeah, we called a timeout, and he had a run and a pass option. If you review the film, we had a guy crossing all the way over. That guy was open as well, so we could have went with either, and he just chose the route on his feet, and it worked.
Well, it was a great victory. So we'll let you get over to your guys. I need to get one of your players out here for play of the game.
28, Evan Christie.
28, Evan Christie.
The holder. Do you know why?
Tell him why.
Tell him why, Ron.
Can you go collect the iPads for me over there, please, on the table?
Yeah, we're going with Evan Christie because he won the game by picking up those balls on the extra point.
That sounds great to me. All right, I'll grab that guy. Thank you.
All right. We'll get Evan Christie here in a minute, guys.
We like to get the support of the head coach, Tim Boyle.
Absolutely. I think he said sounds great to him, so we got the green light.
I didn't know they had a 4 overtime game against Arlington.
I think that was like in their second or third year, yeah. And I remember it was like 52-51, if I remember right. I was here. It was here.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
My goodness, what a game. It was both sides.
Might have been their second year of playing.
48-41.
Boy, if you watched this game, you were treated to a gem.
You better frame this one, Todd Elvig. It'll be posted later tonight along with thousands of others here on STSPN.com. We want to thank our sponsors. Please support
you got me
them.
back there, guys?
Yep, we got you right back.
We got you.
We don't know where you are.
Where are you?
Sea of humanity.
Scott, you got me up there?
Yep, go ahead, Ronnie.
All right, Scott, I'm down there with Evan Christie. Evan, it was a heck of a game for you guys to play tonight, and you were a big part of it. You took a couple of snaps from center down there and made it happen for him.
I did. First of all, I'd like to thank God and my family for giving me the opportunity to play this game, and my teammates. I wouldn't be able to do it without them. It was just a fun game, 2 overtimes. I'll never forget this, ever.
I don't think you ever will forget this game. It's kind of a lifetime game for a kid like you.
Yeah, I will never forget this class. These boys playing our rivals is such a fun game. I'd like to thank Jackson for coming out here and playing an awesome game with us.
You know how many of these kids on Jackson?
Oh, I know a lot of these kids on Jackson. You know, I grew up with them. It's like, yeah.
There'll be some talk this week, huh?
Oh, yeah, there was. There's definitely talk.
Well, because of those good holds out there, you're going to be our player of the game here. So hold the shirt up in front of you so we can get a good picture of it.
Nicely done, Ron.
There we are, player of the game there.
Evan Christie.
Thank you very much.
So much.
And our thanks to Aiden for making it good for you.
Oh, he did, yes, very much.
Good luck to you next week.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, Scott.
Well, there were a couple firsts tonight. Number 1, STSPN broadcasting a 2 overtime victory. And number 2, a holder was our Speedway Chevrolet player of the game, Tim Boyle.
And well deserved.
Absolutely.
Didn't he also have some good tackles too?
Yes, he did. He had more than that, but it's if you've ever done that, I did it a couple times in like sophomore year. That's brutal, man.
But he was pulling them off of the turf, and hey, if he doesn't pull one of those off, it's game over.
No.
We're not in overtime.
Absolutely. Well, as you see, big number 7, Daniel Arias, who's just look forward to seeing him. Next year he gets a hug. What a heartbreaker for the Jackson Timberwolves. 2 overtimes for Ron Henthorn. For the 5-tool player, Todd Elvig. Tim, another one we will never forget. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. It was a gem.
Scott Ohsman saying so long, 48-41, Glacier Peak on top. Good night, everybody.
Good night.